live.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
Diamond
we
Digest
are
is
live.
Oh, my goodness.
Always and forever live in your hearts.
So I know what everyone's thinking immediately when they turn it on. Why does the man in the blue hat look so unbelievably cute? And it's because it's Diego. And just look at. I love the situation that's going on in your face right now. It makes me really happy. It makes me really happy.
It's Mustache May. It's,
There you go.
I could not be more in
Honestly.
support of it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I don't want to say you're putting Tom sacrilege, but we very well could be there. We very, very well could be there.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I got to get in on this, the polls real quick before.
Oh, you better hurry. Oh, we got Josh
know.
leading off tonight. Okay.
I got to do this
All right.
quick. It's kind of doing on pure instinct here.
So has Wainwright, has he always
Been
okay, never
Has
mind.
he always what?
Has he always done that? I don't know. Like he looks weird when he when
Well,
he's reading the catcher's signs. He looks
Yeah,
like
I think he's always channeled his inner Big Bird being, 11 feet tall. I believe that's what he's officially listed at, is 11'4".
the Cardinals.
So,
Sure.
no, I don't know. He's got such a weird. I think that what the Cardinals have decided to do is we're going to acquire everyone who has the weirdest habits when they're on the field. Like the way Arenado, we'll get to it a little bit later, but when he has that he does that weird stretch thing. I think we're just going for everyone that looks like they shouldn't belong on a baseball field.
So Kimbrel's
No.
your acquisition at the deadline.
I think that honestly, yeah.
No.
Kimbrel,
I mean, that'd be
we'll bring
really weird for the Cardinals to trade for Kimbrel from a division rival when they're 6 games
yeah.
back at that point. But
Oh, hey now.
When they're
I
6
am-
games back of Milwaukee?
of said
Literal.
division rival.
I think what you mean is when there's 16 games behind the Pittsburgh Pirates. I think that's closer to
The
what you guys
Cardinals,
are
yeah,
going
that
for
is
there.
what I mean.
I think
that
that-
is what I mean. Is that the Cardinals will be that far behind?
Yeah, once the Pirates snap up every, a team like the Dodgers who doesn't really have a direction, once they snap up like Trevor Bauer,
This is a scheduled.
Something like that.
Trevor Bauer, Walker
Does it really
This is
have
a scheduled.
Kershaw.
Those
Scheduled
directionless
public
Dodgers.
service announcement
Yeah.
right here. Chris Bryant is
I
a
mean-
good baseball player and should be extended by the Chicago Cubs.
But
I
he
mean,
won't.
Rudy.
Have we
just
I'm
tweeted,
working on
have we
it.
tweeted this out?
We
I
just
was
talked
gonna say,
about the Cubs on the This Week in Baseball.
Oh yeah,
Coming from.
because they're good.
Yeah. No,
I think
that's not why we
it's,
talked about him.
I think it's really smart for Chris Bryant to essentially take the last 3.5 seasons off just to get his stuff together in time for his contract extension year. Honestly,
That's kind of what we talked about a little bit. So the question was, so say you're the one deciding the contracts and everything. You got Baez, you got Rizzo, you got Bryant expiring deals. Who are you prioritizing? And you can't sign all three.
well, all right. As a Chicago suburbs resident, I'm prioritizing Rizzo because he has an endorsement deal with Bona Beef. So he's made a commitment to the city of I like our disgustingly thick and overzealous food. I think he's bought into being a Cub, and honestly, he'll also be the cheapest.
Not $70 million cheap.
That's my take.
That's for sure.
He won't be cheap, but he'll be the cheapest. I agree with that.
Baez should be the cheapest because he's bad at baseball, but
Yeah, but
Yeah,
someone
he
will
plays a
someone will
premier
overpay.
position and plays it well defensively, and
Mhm.
yeah,
He's also,
somebody will
he's
overpay
also
for him.
not-
It'll probably be
he's
me,
also
to be
not
honest
bad
with you.
at
It'll
he'll
probably
probably
be
be Detroit.
well, teach
I
their own.
made this joke on the podcast, but Baez's favorite letter is K. So
Yeah,
No, his favorite. Yeah, definitely forward. I was about to say backward, but no, he.
He
Yeah.
swings.
Whoa,
He swings.
my God.
Not very many backward Ks in the old stat sheet there for Javi Baez.
I think if the Cubs extend Javier Baez, I want a stipulation in the contract that if he's batting in the 8th or 9th inning and they're up if it's a non-save situation, so 4 runs or more, he has to bat left-handed.
I would be perfectly okay with that if I'm being 100% honest.
He's only doing it when they're up by like because
So he's never doing it.
That was good.
He's doing it when they're up by like 15 or whatever, and I'm like, at that point, it feels like
Diego,
you're
how
rubbing
much did the
salt
Giants
in the
lose
wound.
by today?
He does that. You know, you got a strong point there.
Ooh.
They lost by 5?
He but he plays today.
Okay.
Yeah.
3rd place.
Also,
Los
Rudy, you're
Angeles
gonna talk
Dodgers.
so much trash. You want your 23 and 22 Cubs, and then your 22 and 23 Royals. The miracle they're even that close to 500.
Hey, all I'm saying is
You know,
both teams will come away with.
You can talk about the
Both
28
teams
and
are going to come
19
away with a win
Giants.
today. That's all I'm saying.
we've got our
already
first.
talked about not mentioning that game today, Rudy. I think you've already broken this contract.
I was gonna say that was also just the first truly horrifically wrong take of the day. I think all of our other takes have been at least somewhat plausible.
I hope both of these teams lose, honestly.
Well, you know what? We've got about 3 hours for me to change your mind. All right,
You won't.
That's it. Persistence will pay off in the end.
Let's talk about some no-hitters, though. I mean,
How about some no-hitters?
Oh yeah, it's totally dude.
not in this game, just in general.
I'm gonna be honest. I said this a couple weeks ago, because a couple of my buddies that are a little bit more casual fans have just said like, screw it, let's just rejuice the ball. I'm tired of these no hitters. And I was saying, no hitters have hit a point for me where it has to be a journeyman player on a horrific team. Like I need like an Irving Santana
please.
no hitter. That's what I need at this point in the year to get excited. Or it has to be someone like DeGrom who deserves to have one. You know what
What
I
about
mean?
Spencer Turnbull for the Detroit Tigers?
Yeah, that's the highlight of their season. So I was 100% happy when that happened. I'm Scott.
Good
I
answer.
think you could agree with me on that.
No,
Like,
it's a good
that
answer.
truly, and I mean that in a nice way. That probably is the highlight of
our
their year.
last 5 seasons. Like
Yeah.
easily.
Genuinely.
Well, I'm sure the prospect haul that you got for Verlander would be the highlight of the last 5 years.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
Three non-major leaguers, definitely definitely.
Didn't
at
one
the
just
top.
get released?
So if we want to just break down the 3 prospects we got for Verlander and the
I
3
feel
we got
bad
for
doing
JD
this.
Martinez, right? So we got 6 prospects in return for JD and JV, who at the time were 2 of our 3 best players during that era.
Mm-hmm.
JD Martinez, the 3 prospects, 1 got DFA'd non-claimed, so is still in the organization, but not on the 40-man at like 27 years old and will never play in the majors again. 1 is, I want to say, with the Cubs. Sergio Alcantara, I thought, was claimed by the Cubs in the offseason, but he might have been cut again. He's not in the organization. He's never going to play another day in Major League Baseball. He played like 2 games last year because we just said screw it and called him up during the 60-game season. Then the third one is 21 years old and OPSing like 550 in low single A.
Oh, that's
So he's probably not going to be anything. So those are the 3 we got for JD. Done. None of them are even going to be remotely. I'm pretty sure if you added up all their career Major League WAR, by the time they all retire, which will probably be soon, it will be negative, comfortably.
Can't be negative if they.
And then the
make
Verlander.
leagues.
Well,
No,
but
they'll
2
find a
of them
way.
did.
They'll find a
2
way.
of them did.
Hey.
Joel Lugo is one.
Oh, okay.
Obviously,
They'll find a
we all know my opinion of Joel. So he
All
was
right.
like a negative .8 WAR player, and then Daz Cameron we got for Verlander. That ends the inning, by the way. Daz Cameron hit 205 in AAA in 2019 as like almost a 23, 4-year-old center fielder. That's not a very good defender. So that's fun. He's probably not going to be anything. Jake Rogers can't hit the baseball. But he's been hitting. He's been up for like a week now, 10 days, and he's hitting like almost 300, I think, in 10 games, and people are freaking out because whatever. Anyway, and then Franklin Perez, who was the prize possession, like top 50 prospect in all of baseball that we got for Verlander, that was supposed to be the next great pitching prospect, has pitched, I want to say, 40 professional innings for us since we acquired him in July of 2017.
That's not a lot.
Yeah, no. DeGrom gets 40 innings in 2 weeks. That's an exaggeration, but you get the point. So, yeah, he can't stay healthy, and when he is healthy, he's horrible, and he got unconditionally released.
Man.
But then no one claimed him because he still had to go through it was release waivers, so he had to go through waivers. No one claimed him. He's off the 40-man back in whatever and on the IL again for like the next 2 months. So, yeah, there's your breakdown of getting 0 people for 2 of the best players in the history of the organization.
So, Scott, my question to you is, I want you to give brutally honest. Who will have the better career in the major leagues? The 2022 Orioles Chris Davis, or all 6 of the prospects? Like or 6 of the prospects that Tigers acquired?
Of those 6?
Yes, combined.
Or Chris Davis?
Or Chris Davis.
Chris Davis versus the other.
You're basically asking me who will have a better season, Chris Davis or Jake Rogers?
Sure, yeah.
Pretty much.
I mean, Jake's pretty good defensively, which I like at a catcher, but like he can't hit. But also, like, you know, Chris Davis can't hit. So
yeah, that's fair. And Chris Davis also can't play defense.
Right.
It's also an Oriole.
I'll say Jake Rogers as a as a better year. But it's sad that, you know, of 6 people, I have one person in that 6 that actually has a chance to make that correct. How is that a fair ball? Did that not hit off the foul wall thing? No?
That's a
Zach
fantastic.
Davies
Oh,
looks
that is
like
absolutely
a middle
a foul ball.
schooler.
Tommy Edmonds on fire lately, by the way.
Huh?
Yeah, that's 100,000% foul ball.
I'm not sure how that's not a foul.
isn't
I'm very
that,
confused.
Oh, no, they can review...
Oh, never mind. Very fair. Very fair.
Did he just bounce up against it?
Yeah, I just took a really weird bounce, and I assumed that it hit the sidewall, but it actually didn't.
Fair.
Bush's wall is just shaped weird. That's very much fair. Edmund's been on fire lately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we even got the chance to
upstairs.
talk about the poll, congratulations to the 2 people that answered no. There will not be a no-hitter in this game for your 1-point lead before any other question has been announced.
Yeah, dude. Well, I'm not sure why that's even like a.
It was
trivia.
Joey and
like,
Ethan.
There's no point
Yeah.
in picking
You
no.
get 1
You
point.
get 1 point.
Watch, it's going to be the difference maker.
Until we get to the end,
They
and
were
they
one
win
of
by
them
1 point.
Gonna win by a point. Oh, Paul's...
Yeah, these
Falling
helmets.
down Joey's-
I was a little hesitant at first with these helmets when the Cardinals announced they were going to do this, but I honestly,
I
they
don't
look
mind them at
real
all, yeah.
sharp.
Yeah, I like him.
with the red trim.
Yeah, as much hate as people can fairly and unfairly give St. Louis, I think we can
It's
all
all-
agree that strong uniform game.
The powder blues are nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
that's like a big trend that like it was like half the teams jumped on them, and I'm like, really only KC and St. Louis were the ones that I looked at that I was like,
Yeah.
you guys pulled this off right.
Well, KC
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
wears powder blue.
Right. But they
That's
did
just
like
their color.
right. They did. Didn't they do like one of like
Yeah.
the V-neck cuts though? I
Yep.
think with like the piping on the.
And
Yeah,
that's...
like the Bo Jackson era. I think that was
George
like,
I like
Brett,
the
that's
Blue
like the
Jays
classic
ones.
Royals almost.
Mm-hmm. Diego, I've got beef with the Blue Jays ones though, because when they wear those powder blues with those helmets, it just
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
look good though.
That's fair.
Those helmets need to get fixed. That's bad.
The throwback Expos ones
Yeah.
are also beautiful. That the Nationals
Oh,
will
do
wear
the
from time to
Nationals wear
time.
those?
Mm-hmm. Well,
Fantastic.
Do they like...
Every
do
now
they
and
like
then.
play as
Not
the
very
Expos
often.
when they do that? Okay. Because I was
I
going to
believe
say the
so,
color
yes.
powder blue does not belong on a jersey that says Washington Nationals.
Yeah, no, it's
Well,
like Expos and everything. I
They
believe.
won't be able to wear those throwbacks in about 8 years when Tampa Bay no longer has a baseball team. So
You mean Oakland?
Both.
I hope it's not Oakland, man. I know that the Athletics Oakland is technically their third home, but like they've just been there so long, and there's so many iconic moments in baseball history that they're tied
Yeah.
to. I
That's
just
true.
So
it just would
Wolfsfan
feel
86 in chat, Carson brings up what I was also going to raise.
Shout out
Which
Wolves
is-
fans.
My goat, by the way.
The
Wolves fan.
Phillies seem to be a notable omission from your list of good powder blue uniforms.
They
Oh,
do have
They
some.
do have those.
solid
Those aren't bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's because they're like Steve Carlton era, right? That's just
I don't think
I'm just
those are the
naming
best
80s players.
Phillies unis though. Like the maroon ones, I think
Yes.
they're better.
I'd agree.
Like those.
Yeah. I think
Powder
the maroon
blue
ones are
was
better.
They're wearing the powder blue ones when Harper hit that walk-off grand slam, right, against the Cubs.
I pretend I do not
That
see
was
it.
Yeah, Ryan, I apologize. I remember sending somebody
I
on
always
Twitter-
forget
But
Ryan.
yes, that absolutely
I
contributed
have
to the...
called you Ryan definitely 0 times in my life.
Yeah, it's not. Ryan.
That has definitely never come out of my mouth one time ever.
I remember saying to my dad, who's a Cubs fan, somebody on Twitter had overlaid a Tribe Called Quest's "Oh My God" because the Phillies broadcaster said "Oh my God" when Harper made contact, and it was a slick piece of video to drop. I was kind of like, I'm like, this is good editing, right? My dad was like, yeah, it's okay, I guess. And I was like, yeah, that's how I know I gotcha.
Yeah.
That's
So
okay.
so you're from Chicago-ish area, and your dad's a Cub fan. How on earth did you go to the dark side?
How did
so-
you somehow pick a worse team?
So
Right.
my entire family, including when my dad was growing up, I'll give a great baseball history lesson for this. So my whole family's from the St. Louis suburbs. So I lived there when I was a little kid. So I went to bed listening to the horrendously overrated, but I'm forced to think he's okay, Mike Shannon, every night when I was like 2 to 8, essentially. And
Good
the only
analysis.
reason my dad is a Cubs fan is because my dad, growing up, played lefty who played first base and wore number 17. And in like 1983 or so, the Cardinals traded Keith Hernandez to the Mets. And so my dad was heartbroken and was like, I'm never again. I can't do it. But also, it was the Mets, and that couldn't fly either. So WGN having Cubs games on right when my dad got home from school, that's why he's a Cubs
Okay.
fan.
There
So
we go. That
Interesting.
makes sense.
So he's the black sheep, not you.
yes, yeah.
Gotcha.
My mom
But you still root
is-
for the Cardinals, so it's not exactly a win either.
Right.
It's-
No, for sure.
I mean, I definitely went to my fair share of games at Wrigley.
Evening,
One
hopefully there are not more.
Cardinals,
Rudy.
Cardinals Devil Magic's hard at work.
It is.
It heard me talking
It is.
about the Cardinals and said, don't mention the
Yes,
hacking
right.
scandal.
Just don't mention the Cardinals in general, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it was.
But
It's a dub.
but Giovanni Soto was indeed my GOAT. That's probably my first favorite baseball player. If I had to.
Oh, that's a good
You was
question.
the man.
Scott and Diego, who is your has to be from your favorite team? Who is your like? I'll go last. Who's your like weirdly favorite player that was like
Brandon Inge.
Brendan? Okay,
Brandon Inge is my favorite athlete in any sport, any era
This is true.
ever in the history
okay,
of the world.
all right.
I,
Brandon Inge.
easily.
Okay.
I have a plaque to this day
A plaque.
at 23 years old. A plaque of Brandon Inge on the foot, like on the wall that's on the foot of my bed. I kid you not.
Do you give him a kiss every night before you tuck your?
I do.
Ooh,
I do.
Okay. All right, Diego. What about you?
I think growing up, I don't know. I think I say it a lot. Like Brandon Belt is absolutely my favorite player, but like in this
Okay.
situation, I feel like Gregor Blanco
Okay.
is the better
Okay.
answer. Gregor Blanco is my goat. I love that man in a Giants uniform. He works in our front office now,
Oh,
so that's pretty
yeah.
cool.
Okay, mine as a. Oh, sorry. Ryan, you as well.
Rudy, you don't get a
Well, yeah.
Oh,
Go
okay.
ahead, Carson. Because I technically this started from me, like Giovanni Soto, but yeah.
True. So
Yeah,
for
yeah,
me, as a proud member of the short king community at 5'8", growing up,
Still
David Eckstein was my man in
I-
St. Louis.
I will literally kick you out of this and not feel bad about it. If his name, if that man's name is said one more time, I'm for real leaving.
Okay, Eckstein.
There you go.
Former.
That's
Okay, there we go.
I don't know, man. World Series MVP in a World Series I won't mention to Scott. The year I don't remember. Two-time All-Star, and just the definition of like a guy that in today's game would be like a backup and hit ninth when he started. He just carved out. I loved watching him play.
At 8 years old, I think he taught me how to hate. I think that man literally taught me the emotion of hatred.
Wow.
I think that is the reason that I have the ability to hate things is because of him.
Okay.
I think that's quite literally where that stems from.
Yeah, that's fair.
If we're talking about ball players I have beef with, it's Travis Ishikawa. Without a doubt in my mind.
Really?
Love that man.
Thanks.
Can we turn this into
He
Can we just turn this
stinks.
into a Giants dump session? Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah.
No.
No, because
Look
I
who's
like-
on my
All three
TV.
of you
I-
have a fair
Diego,
points to do
Diego, I
this.
will admit though, I love Mike Yastrzemski. I love Mike Yastrzemski.
How could you
So-
not love Mike
So we're
Yastrzemski?
talking
Yeah.
about the players that like are disproportionately liked, and I've said this before, but my answer definitely like Giovanni Soto, like first favorite player, but like he won Rookie of the Year, like he was good and all. The player I liked disproportionately the most, easily Cubs Marlon Byrd, and I've mentioned that before.
Okay,
I love Marlon
okay.
Byrd.
that's a decent shout. I like that. If we're talking about, players that weren't good, Scott, I'll reach into another like 2006 World Series team. Ready for this? Scott Spezio. That's the name I would drop. Because he had the dyed red goatee.
Every other
man.
every other
That guy was a
player
king.
we've mentioned, I hope you guys are watching HotMic chat, because about every other player we've mentioned, Ethan Fisher is just dropping Pirates legend Brandon Inge, Pirates legend David Eckstein, Pirates
Everyone's
legend
been a
Travis
pirate at some
Ishikawa,
point.
Pirates legend Marlon
Yep.
Byrd.
Pirates legend Jose Bautista.
Is this where I?
You know what we should-
Is
you
this
know
where I
what'd be
start
a
talking
fun-
about Aramis Ramirez? But
Oh, you're
anyway, as you were saying, Pirates legend Pedro Alvarez.
Yes, so Pirates legend Pedro Alvarez. He one of my favorite stats ever is that I think it was the year they made the postseason. I'm sure Ethan will correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was the year they made the postseason. He led the National League at least in home runs, but had a sub 800 OPS.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I remember that. I think that was 2015.
Wow.
He led the National League in home runs and had like a 795 OPS.
Yep.
It's one of my
Wow.
it's in the same breath as Tigers legend Harold Castro, who has a career 300 batting average and a sub 700 career OPS,
Incredible. Truly
Yeah.
incredible stuff.
which is also just unbelievable and should be the both of those stats should be in museums somewhere because that's unbelievably impressive.
You know, it'd be a great article to write. I might steal this, or somebody else can take it in article ideas right now in our Discord. But I would love to write an article about, like, if you were to take basically everyone that had played 44 games for their favorite team, like creating the all-time guy on his last ride lineup.
Sure.
Basically, like the Chicago White Sox, like that. That's like the exactly
Yes.
like White Sox, Kevin Youkilis, White Sox,
Ken
Ken
Griffey
Griffey
Jr.
Manny
Jr.
Ramirez.
Yeah.
like that whole exactly.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay
White
Rays,
Sox,
Manny Ramirez.
White
That's
Sox,
the
Andrew
one
Jones?
that's
Anyone?
Mm.
Yeah.
Giants, Tim Hudson.
just like everyone who's super washed, like White Sox, Tony La Russa, like just people.
That's
that-
definitely the manager. That
Wait. Is this
definitely
where we
the
open up the
manager.
White Sox slander for the evening?
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, perfect.
That right
I'm
now,
just-
just let it
it's
all out.
great.
The,
I
the
can-
team that I was told was the best team in the American League just got swept by the Yankees.
Yeah, man, that's crazy, isn't it?
I mean, yeah.
White
Good
Sox
God.
Cardinals series starts tomorrow too.
Hey, I'll be at the
Oh.
game. I was gonna say, I'm like, I'll be able to. I get to see my king Tony La Russa first game managing against the Cardinals. I'm telling you, I almost tweeted this out, but like every single day, he lowers my
Yeah.
opinion of him. Like, and I don't know how it's possible, but he manages to do it every single day. Because at first it used to be like a Bob Knight thing, where it's like, yeah, you're a scumbag, but you like won a lot of games for me and are a part of my childhood. Like, I'll let it go.
Sure.
But then it just keeps snowballing. And I'm like, at what point? It's like they're in a bad marriage, and Jerry Reinsdorf is just like oblivious to how much Tony's abusing the kids. Like that's what it feels like.
Yes, that's a
It's
really good analogy. I really like that. It's Joey says Tigers Johnny Damon, which is good for that list too. It's truly unbelievable how much that it is, as someone who is obviously a division rival and really can't stand the White Sox, how much it truly is just a gift that keeps on giving. Like it was hilarious when they hired him. One of my most watched videos ever is me just crying laughing.
I will never forget you when they signed him, because Scott hit the Discord with the at everyone when the White Sox signed him.
I hit him with the at everyone, and then I'm pretty sure I just said ha 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 for like 30 minutes straight.
Yep.
And then it's one of my most watched videos ever, is me just literally laughing, like crying, laughing, just like to the news that they hired him. And then I'm like, they just handed us AJ Hinch at the end, and then sure enough, we got AJ.
Yeah.
So like that was already just like even if the White Sox were good, I got that day. You know what I mean? I just got that wonderful day. And then it just kept going.
It is a gift. It truly is a gift.
Favorite was we did a hot mic like 3-4 days before opening day with two of our White Sox writers, and they were like, all the reports say he's like won over the locker room and everybody likes him a lot and respects him and stuff. And I'm like, okay, man, for sure. And then right when the regular season started, just tanked. It truly is. There are a few things better on this earth than the fact that he is still the manager of that team. It is.
Well, if you want,
it is literally waking up every morning, getting out of bed, coming.
This sounds like a self-help book pitch.
And my Christmas tree is like still up, and I'm like, oh wow, that's weird. It's May, and then I go and there's like just one present under the tree. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like why is there a Christmas present labeled for Scott under the Christmas tree? And I open it, and then it's just a note that says Tony La Russa is still the White Sox manager. And it just makes my day every single day. No matter how bad of a day I'm having, I will always have Tony La Russa still.
Dude, I swear I took this Christmas tree down for every day for the last 2 weeks, and it just keeps popping up.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's super weird.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Yeah, it's just if you want for people watching or anyone here that's in the like Chicago media market, turning on NBC Sports Chicago and listening to Ozzie Guillen do the post-game analysis is incredible. Because Ozzie Guillen at this point is just actively campaigning to be hired midseason as manager. Like at this point, I can't remember who else does the broadcast. They're just like, Ozzie, like, what are your thoughts? And they just give him like 3 minutes. And I don't know I don't think he writes any of it. I don't know if he's reading off a teleprompter. I think he just goes. And it is incredible to watch him like just work through in his brain. Like how in the world has it come to this? Like if they were hiring washed former managers, where was my phone call? It's incredible to watch.
Yeah, washed former White Sox managers. Excuse me.
Mariners.
That was another era that was like the Ozzy era. That was the one era that I like. Oh, I just didn't like anybody on that team, man. That's one of my least favorite like opponent, like division rival eras.
He managed
like
their World Series team, right? I mean, he managed until like 2011.
Yeah.
Ozzy's got a ring.
He does.
Former Miami, Florida. Is it Florida? Was he the Florida Marlins manager or was he the Miami Marlins manager? Because he had that like couple-year run there. When they signed
I think
like
that was Miami. I think it was
way too
the
much
start
money.
of Miami.
Okay. Yeah, right after they became Miami.
I think because that's when they traded for everybody.
And didn't they sign Heath Bell to some ridiculous
and Jose Reyes and Josh Beckett, and they just traded and signed for everyone to try to make this like ended, and we're Miami and stuff. And yeah, I think that was like the first years. I think he might have been the first ever manager of the Miami Marlins, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It's so funny looking at that graphic they just put up about notable Cardinals trades and acquisitions, and just every single one of them. It's like, who in their right mind was on the other side of this and said, "Oh yeah, we'll give up Scott Rowland for Placido Polanco." Totally.
Yeah,
Goat, by the way.
Yeah, my goat. Oh,
My
Scott-
goat, Placido Polanco.
when Scott Rowland makes the Hall of Fame, that's going to be such vindication for like my
Scott
peak.
Bentley makes the Hall of Fame.
Oh.
Yes.
I'm
No
very
Polanco
excited.
slander. Chat is saying no Polanco slander.
I'm not slandering Polanco. I'm just saying, how do you think that's fair? Is my point.
Also, Scott, we've got some support for the that White Sox team slander too, because
he's 100% right. As
I
someone
hated that team.
Joey says
as someone that is sorry, go
Joey
ahead.
says AJ Przinsky and Mark Burley top 5 worst human beings.
100%. As someone that was when the Cardinals signed AJ Przinsky, I was like, I gotta stomach this kid taking at bats once a week. You know what? And it's funny because I put this in my friends group chat, and I have some very hardcore White Sox fans that love that the Joe Creedy, all that garbage. AJ Przinsky stinks. I hate it. Oh, it drives me. Oh, it's.
All my
brutal.
homies hate AJ Przinsky.
I can't stand. I can't. Yeah, man. I've never been able to stand him, and like everybody loves Canerco too. No,
Michael,
I don't like either.
Michael Barrett
Get them
is
both.
my goat, by the way.
Oh, okay. Yo, Carlos Zambrano is
Zebo!
fine, so does that mean we have to
Zebo
fist fight,
praise!
or?
Zebo!
Hey,
Bro.
he's
Oh, Barry Zito is my goat, actually. I'm
Like
changing my
once a
answer.
broadcast on accident. Like Zebo has been in like every Sunday night baseball
Oh, did you
at some
think
point.
it was
Yeah, I think
accidental?
yes.
I love it. I love Zebo.
I'll never forget when he pitched. There's it's like right outside O'Hare. There's an independent league
Yeah, the Dogs,
team
the
called the Chicago Dogs. Which, first of all,
Brought them up in the last Sunday night baseball too.
He
Yeah.
did.
well,
He did.
good. They got great uniforms. Guys, go to a game. Tickets are cheap, and they've got great uniforms. And it's in Rosemont, which is like former mob
Just
country.
drive
So
to
there's a ton
Chicago.
of great stuff. Yeah, brief. I don't know. You can flight. Our flight's still like $11. I don't know. I don't pay attention to.
Let me just drive to Chicago. I'm pretty sure
Fly
it's
to
like a
O'Hare
24-hour
and you can
drive.
walk to the stadium.
Beautiful. It's true. You
Sure.
can. Or you can take like a $900 taxi because it's O'Hare.
Nick, I appreciate the comment in the HotMic chat. Nick, I'm going to go catch a Mariners game in a few weeks here.
Ooh.
Oh, dude, I have such a soft spot for the Mariners. Ever since that Dorktown documentary,
Everyone.
I have just like,
Everyone.
It's one of the best things, man.
We talk about that every week,
John
too.
Boys is the goat, dude.
So
That's
and
my
that's
goat.
thing is like Christian is one of the only people I know that pushes back on Mariners like praise, which is like it's a division rival, so it's kind of rightful.
He's an Angels fan.
Yeah.
But like,
Well-
how did he watch that documentary series? And like, I don't know his
Yeah.
opinion on it.
you got to feel for him. Like,
Right?
I'm in my ivory tower as a Cardinals fan of like just such consistent winning that like I was like I have so much respect for Mariners fans. Like that is a grind. That is a yearly grind. And Dipoto makes 9,000 trades, and so you're sitting there and you're like, when's it gonna happen? Like it, and then they'll win like 91 games and somehow not make the playoffs. And
Yeah.
it's like
True.
what has happened? How could it have gone so right but so wrong?
Yeah, the one season.
Yeah,
Nick, do you want to go to a Mariners Rays game?
Mariners Rays.
Yeah. The 20th of June. I think that's the
Hell
day
yeah.
we're going.
20th of
Dude,
June.
DD meetup.
DD meetup?
Did he meet up in
DD
Seattle?
meetup. I had a pre DD meetup because I met Jeremy Frank, the esteemed founder of Diamond Digest. I met up with
That is
him
their
at Guaranteed Rate in like 2018. I went to a Sox Jays so I could watch Vlad play. Back when he could for sure eat me in one sitting. He looks so good now. Like, I hyped the second he got signed. I was like telling my friends, I was like Vlad's like just the swing is so natural. It's like Giancarlo. He just laser beams every home
Yeah,
run.
man. He's been unreal this year. He's been unreal.
Mm-hmm.
With Trout going down, everyone's been on the Ohtani hype train. But if Vlad plays enough games at first, I'm gonna win MVP.
Wow.
It's not a bad.
Because they'll be good enough. Like I really think the Angels are gonna be truly terrible.
Sure.
Like Joe Adele is gonna have meaningful at bats for that team in like 2 weeks. Quote me. And
I mean,
We'll clip it.
oh, that's bad. Now it's either that. Now that I've said that, they won't call him up to like August 1st, and he'll still hit 150.
No,
So that
Ooh,
that
We
might
won't
be a
include
slow
any of
burn.
this.
we gotta get nobody tell Christian what Carson is talking about right now.
Christian's
you know what?
just grumpy. All right, that's
He's an angel.
anything you say is gonna make him mad.
In my
he's just
defense,
a
I'm
grumpy old man.
buying shares of Joe Adele in fantasy. I think at the very least it'll be he's worth a stash. But you know, in real life, it just he's hitting like 250 at like AAA, right?
Well, it's somewhere
Yeah,
about
his
150.
power's been really good this year. He's hitting a lot of. I think he's leading AAA in homers actually currently.
Mhm.
I think so.
Um, But yeah, the average and the walk rate are definitely still could be better. But he is hitting nukes. He is hitting a lot of home runs.
Well, I'm not trying to slander the Angels, man, but that is just.
Go ahead.
I
Pretty
just
easy to.
I
Yeah.
remember like 2 or 3 years ago, whenever it was like a month before Trout signed that extension, this is right before they signed. The Phillies hadn't signed Harper yet, and I was just looking at the Phillies, and it seemed like they were really revving up to drop a bag, and I was like, it's going to be Trout. They're going to sign Trout for $400, and I was like, Trout's got to be done. He's got to be done, and here we are. Now he's out for like a month and a half, so he truly can see how much he enjoys Anaheim,
Okay, so
or wherever his, you know.
So, Carson and Scott, I don't think you saw this, and I want to make sure you appreciate it. And Diego, I'm going to call on you to do it again because I don't have the mustache to do it. But Carson's talking about Joe Adele, right? And he's like, I'm a believer in Joe Adele. I think he's worth a stash. And Diego, do it again.
That's all I did in the middle of
You
them
know what?
talking.
Oh, I'm so sorry I missed out on that. Oh, God, that's a great dad joke.
That's
Guy,
why I broke out laughing in the middle of Carson talking about Joe Adele.
This guy.
we can just we can go full like, dads at a restaurant. Who let this guy in on this call? Huh? Here. Oh,
Yeah, reservations under Diego.
yeah.
Diego, baby.
Shout out John.
Shout out
I
John
cannot
Principe,
believe-
man.
I cannot believe I
John.
missed that.
Yeah, Mike John Principe.
Nice catch there by Harrison Batter.
Harrison Batter, noted not good baseball player.
Noted bad. Harrison Batter.
Noted bad.
Oh, okay. If we're talking about players who got a complicated relationship, I am in the most toxic relationship, Aaron Bader, because, like, you fought, like, first of all, it was also hilarious how he backpedaled after make it. I'm going to use a quote. I'm going to shout out my pawpaw here. He said that Harrison Bader is your typical player who loves to hot dog, and I'm going to start using that phrase way more because I love that phrase. To have someone describe something as hot dog in it is incredible.
My dad does the same, yes. Always. He's a hot dog.
Yeah, all I need is Harrison Bader to hit 240, and I'll defend him until the sun burns out. But until then, I don't know. Funny because I remember reading. I might have been like the Players Tribune. Like he had an article ever about like he's like, yeah, I'm from Brooklyn, from New York, and then I went on his Wikipedia, and he's from like the same bougie. Not like the Kennedys are in the same neighborhood, but it's something like that. Where I was like, you're not a New Yorker, dog. Like I'm not a Chicagoan.
Yeah.
Don't be out here.
I'm
being
from
like,
New York. What are you talking about? Let's go Yanks.
So you're
You ever been to Sbarro? They got good pizza. like that.
Ever been
Oh,
to Sparrow?
This
I'm
is
gonna get
just
myself a New York slice.
this is just slowly turning into us doing horrible impressions.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm
We
making
We've done weirder things on the
by
show.
the end of this.
No, the only player that worries me more when they go on Instagram Live, other than Harrison Bader, is Yadier Molina, because Yadier Molina loves
COVID, man.
Yeah, he loves
Yeah.
to go on Instagram at like 2:45 in the morning, and I'm like, I don't want to know what you're saying. I don't
Yeah.
want to know because I'm
Noted,
so
not the
concerned.
best catcher in baseball.
Noted.
Noted.
Noted not best catcher of our generation.
Yeah.
I got raked over the coals for this.
Noted.
And you know what?
Third best catcher
You know
in his
what?
own family.
And you deserved it.
Yadier Molina.
True, that's true.
Whoa, wait. Are we talking
He's not even is he second. He's literally the worst catcher.
I was gonna say, I'm like, who are we saying is the GOAT Molina? Because Benji and Jose are both have soft spots in my heart.
I think it's
Literally
Jose.
either of them.
I mean, Jose Molina's my go. Like literally.
Benji Molina's my go.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, I know I'm gonna stir up some controversy. No, you know what? Yadier Molina is not a coward who he had his leg obliterated. All right,
Wow.
He's tough. He rubs some dirt on.
Yeah,
it.
he rubs
all
some
right?
pine tar on his chest
funny
protector too.
I used to just
Hey, we don't. Hey, I don't know. I didn't. What was that? I think the mic cut out.
Oh,
You were
pine
saying-
tar on his chest protector.
Pine tar on the bat to a legal amount that he uses when he hits go-ahead home runs late in
you
games.
mean like
Is
like
that-
the
I
warning
thought-
track fly out he
this game's
pinked
in
the
May
other
to
night?
still be
That's the one you're
16
talking about?
back to the Division League.
Yeah, that was really funny how MLB, like Twitter and social media was just like, oh, classic Yachty, and he's standing there with the ball. And I'm like, dog, he so clearly is cheating. And everyone was just like, what a funny anecdote that happened. And I was like, all right, we can't be having this. Like, he clearly is like, it's like if you saw like Cody Bellinger robbing a bank, but he was like squinting as he walked out. So everyone on MLB Twitter was like, LMAO, classic Cody Bellinger. He can't open his eyes. It's like, come on, man. We know what he's doing.
Wayno got a hold of that ball.
Yeah, Wayno with a notable better swing than Yanni today.
Literally. Well,
Dude,
every
hey,
day, actually.
That's Wainwright's on my list of guys I will be sad when the National League has the DH. Although if good old friend of the show Matthew Penn is in any of the chats, ban the DH. Ban the DH.
NNFNP.
All right, it's enough. The DH stinks. All right, you know what? Here, I will
It
give
all
a
stinks,
non.
Yadier Molina.
You know what? Then his plaque on the Hall of Fame will reek. All right.
They'll
No.
say it's not the best catcher of this
They're
generation.
taking an extra step to make the Hall of Fame plaques more
Well,
realistic. So yeah,
Yes,
it's gonna
Diego.
break.
Of this generation, you're correct. Of the previous one, though,
He's still not. Buster Posey literally exists.
I won't stand for it. I won't stand for Buster Posey.
Posey
All right.
literally.
Buster Posey is the reason we don't have home plate collisions anymore. So
Hey man, here's the thing. I hate both of them to death, and
It's
Buster
true.
Posey's better. So
Scott actively despises Buster Posey.
I
because
despise
of the Buster
both of
Posey
them.
rule.
immensely,
True.
and Buster Posey's better.
it's okay. This is an argument that I don't think I will win, but I
'Cause
can
you're wrong.
convince myself in my heart that I'm right. So that's all.
Well,
That
whatever
is.
helps you sleep at night, bro. I
All that
mean,
matters.
You know what? It will. And you know what? Diego? I'll sleep like a baby. I'll sleep like a baby tonight.
Hey, they're
Maybe
saying
like
that ball Wayno hit was a homer in Wrigley.
Are they
Is that what's
really?
happening? Right
Yeah,
is that what
probably.
they're saying? Oh, yeah.
I think the streets are saying.
The streets
The streets.
are ear to the
We're-
concrete.
I have like pebbles falling off my ear, and it's saying that I've heard that ball was a home run in Wrigley.
I do love
Well,
that
see,
we
that's-
can do that
that's-
outfield wall comparison overlay though on TV now. That's so sick.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that's a graphic that ESPN puts together
Yeah.
that doesn't stink. They're
You know, they did that for they did it for the Tigers days ago, and it's just hilarious because nothing is a home run. Like it's just so funny. They're like, "Oh, let's see if that ball would have been a homer back home," and it's like,
No.
surprise, nope, it's a routine flyout. It's not even remotely close. Like it's
surprised it would have dropped for a
uh,
bloop single.
I mean, I know that the center field. I'd be interested to see the Comerica Kaufman overlay because those are both just not home run parks at all.
Actually, what they did. That's what I believe that's what it was. So the
Was
center
I
field.
watching this game? This sounds so familiar, Scott. Keep going. I apologize.
It's
No,
Monday
you're
night
good.
on ESPN.
The center field for Comerica is obviously deeper.
Yeah.
But the not at the poles, but it's like weird, dude. Like the overlay was really weird. It was like an S. Like at the poles, I'm pretty sure Comerica was still deeper.
Okay.
And in center field, Comerica was deeper. But like left center field, like towards the pole, like where the Comerica bullpens are.
Yeah.
Like that.
Okay.
Hoffman's deeper.
Okay.
And then I think it happened again in the right field where, like Triples Alley, where there's randomly just a jet out for the out of town scoreboard at Comerica. That was deeper at Kaufman, but everything to the right of that was deeper at Kaufman and shallower at Comerica. So it was like it was really
but Carlos
weird.
Santana's
But yeah.
walk-off homer today would have gone out in both parks.
Oh.
Rudy literally, before the game started, said he wouldn't mention this, and then he mentioned it twice.
Oh,
You know what's funny? I
Neither
actually
do
don't know
I.
the answer to that. Because, like, it was the dead center. So, like, and it didn't go out by, like, a ton. So I actually don't know if it would have, to be honest with you.
this is an obligatory mention to one of my favorite current baseball players. What a great at bat by Paul Goldschmidt there. Just want to say that, just I'll use every cliche thing. What a great veteran at bat.
True
Just great
veteran.
approach
Piece
there.
of baseball.
Yes.
Yeah. Dude, I remember right it was the right as the offseason started for Arizona and in St. Louis, and I remember saying I remember texting one of my friends if we traded for Paul Goldschmidt, I'm like, I would just lose my mind. And then I was like, oh, the Cardinals. And I was like, no way. I saw one tweet that was like, maybe it's going to happen. And then boom, it got announced. And I was like, oh, I'm like, we gave up. Okay. Yeah. Yes.
And
yes. It was absolutely.
Carson Kelly was raking, but Luke Weaver is certainly not.
The Cardinals.
Noted terrible pitcher.
Yeah, the Cardinals have a proud history of trading pitchers with a lot of promise that turn out to be terrible. Shout out Shelby Miller.
But also,
actually, I shouldn't say that because Sandy Alcantara. Yeah. Our roster of guys that we didn't keep for ridiculous reasons would undoubtedly make the playoffs. Like we got Alcantara. So we'd have Alcantara, Adolis Garcia, Randy Rosarena. Who else would be in that outfield?
Randy Rosarena.
Yeah, and then we could have Marco Gonzalez playing because Lord knows I hate Tyler O'Neill. I remember that trade at the time and just being like, why do we need someone who looks like a Jersey Shore extra? It's terrible. I can't. That's someone I truly cannot stand. If we're talking about maybe my most hated player on your own team, I'd say everyone in our bullpen and Tyler O'Neill.
Because he just came up, I had to go look at how Rosarena is doing this year, and my assumption was kind of just he's got to be around or a little below league average, or else I feel like I would have been hearing about him a lot.
I feel like he's around.
So
right?
If nobody knows, give me a ballpark of what you think his WRC plus is right now.
116.
Well, I was gonna say 107, 108.
Okay.
Yeah, so my guess would have been
116.
around there. His WRC plus is 135.
Jeez.
Which, given everything he did last year, and given how much he got hyped up as a still prospect entering this year, I feel like we should be hearing about him way more. From a guy who's hitting 35% above league average.
Yeah, I hate that notion of people and he's still eligible to win Rookie of the Year. I'm like, hey, he's 27 though. Let's not act like.
Yeah,
he's
very
26.
I don't know. I'm allowed to be salty, but also Matthew Liberatore looks great so far. So right now, I'm okay with it.
Matthew Liberatore on the Olympic qualifying rosters, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
so.
Well, good for him. Cannot wait for that 1-2 punch of hopefully if the Cardinals will finally admit that they need Jack 30 for the long term, that'd be really cool. If we could just like get that extension locked up, that'd be great. Seeing as how Nolan Arenado is literally playing for us for free this year.
Yachty flew out to the warning track. Did he pimp it? I missed it.
No, he only pimps it when he
flies out to center. Yeah.
He just flew out to
no,
center.
he only pimps it. He only pimps it when he hits into his 4,000th double play of the year. So
Okay.
Which is like every day.
But yeah.
yeah,
So,
somehow,
Talking to someone who is rostering Miguel Cabrera, by the way.
my guess, if I had to guess why we're not hearing about Randy as much right now, is just because he's probably had not done anything like flashy, you know? Because he's
but also
he made that
like,
one catch at the beginning of the year.
But also, like, what team does he play for?
true. Also very true. But like
I think this entire call collectively is the average attendance for home games for the Tampa Bay Rays. So
you're probably overshooting it by about 300%.
We have trivia.
New
We have
trivia just
trivia
dropped?
that if
Oh,
Carson
babe, wake
doesn't-
up! New trivia just dropped.
So one of these players from the 2013 NL champion Cardinals is not an active Cardinal and is retired. Who is it? Hint, the 3 active players are still in an MLB organization somewhere.
well, isn't Carlos Martinez still
he's
there's-
he's still actively hucking it. He is
There's no way it's Carlos Martinez, yeah.
no, it's definitely not. It's let's see here.
You don't say the answer. Like,
Yeah, don't say it out loud. Just guess, and then, yeah.
guess
Guys.
privately to yourself.
Carlos Martinez, Alan Craig, Pete Kozma. Bro, my phone just literally crashed.
See, like I
I'm
should
sorry.
Oh, that's
God,
so
I got it
hard.
wrong.
Okay, I'm gonna. Oh, I got it locked in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, you know what?
So I was
I'm gonna make sure.
incorrect.
So you
I was
were
in-
incorrect.
Yeah.
Where is Pete Kozma playing baseball?
No idea. It's Alan Craig though, right?
Yeah, it's Alan Craig.
It is
Oh,
Alan
well,
Craig. That is the
Yeah,
correct answer, yes.
because he fell off. We traded him to Boston. I remember like it just went downhill so quickly.
So I want to know what Descalzo is doing.
I want to know where
He's on the Cubs, wasn't he?
rostering Pete
Descalzo
Kozma.
was on the
I think
Cubs.
Descalso. I think he's in Arizona.
No, he was in Arizona between Cardinals and Cubs. He was also on the Rockies in that point. Diego, if you had accurately guessed on your first try where Daniel Descalzo, like which major league team he currently has a contract with, I probably would have sent you $5 because he's
I was wrong.
currently in AAA with the Twins,
Yep.
Wow.
Really?
which I had no idea.
Can we get a Pete Kozma update? I'm still shocked that Pete
I
Kozma
got
is playing
you.
baseball
yeah.
somewhere.
Let me look it up. But yeah, I
Typing noises.
and I didn't answer Descalzo. I probably could have. Pete Kozma is in AAA.
He's in the A's
with the
organization.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Oh my God!
The
his
A's, you know what?
I never had realized what his 2013 season like constituted.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Ross is hot.
Oh, what happened?
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's hot.
No kidding.
He's real
Ross
hot.
is
Oh, he's
upset.
pointing at him. Here's
Ross
Vane.
is mad.
Oh,
Ross is
he's
mad.
pissed.
Scott's got a crush on David Ross. That's all I'm
I
learning
do.
from this.
Yeah.
I really
Fair
do
enough.
not. I like that he's pissed, though.
Do you know
Yeah.
how overrated I was? Do you know how badly underqualified I was to get this job? Do you have any idea? I'm sorry, guys. If for anyone
He's
who's
literally
unclear,
a Cardinals fan.
So did he not get tossed? He just
No,
did
he
that?
didn't.
He's just chilling?
Wow. I don't.
Diego,
what even
trust
happened?
me, as a
Oh, wait,
Cardinals
no,
fan,
he's-
I would know. You do not hire an early 40s catcher who used to play for your team. Cough, cough, Mike Matheny. Trust me.
Best part is
Hey, Mike Matheny's literally the manager of one of Rudy's teams.
Yeah. Okay. You know what's really funny on Baseball
oh,
Barbecue
it was just
podcast? They're
that
saying,
strike call. Like that was it.
Yeah, it was literally just low strike call.
Wow.
He talked smack, and then he got tossed immediately. So Rossi said, "All right, well, if I'm already tossed, I'm going to get my money's worth," and went out there and screwed his face.
well, you know, best catcher in baseball did a great framing that pitch. So
Let's propose he's not playing.
That was really weak toss you out of a game form, by the way.
Yeah.
I missed it.
honestly,
He didn't even cock it. He just you cock it and then send
Yeah,
it.
it's
He
gotta
was-
be.
he was
It's
just
gotta
kinda
be
like,
the
He was just kind of like
you know,
point.
Wow.
Point and then cock. and
point,
then out.
cock, launch.
Ross
Nope.
probably has
Yeah.
like a 7:30 dinner reservation, dude. I wouldn't, you know. He's like, how many innings I can make it through? You think I can make it to like
Three?
a fourth? Yeah. He's like Chris Bryant, like statistically gets called. It's Bryant and Goldschmidt get called out. I wrote this in like my first article that they're two of the guys that get hosed on calls the worst. So he was like, I'm gonna make sure I bat KB in the lineup tonight so he can get hosed on a call and I can get kicked out.
Oh
early.
yeah, let me just make sure I don't forget to put my team's current MVP candidate in the lineup tonight.
Yeah, no, definitely.
In case I was in danger of forgetting.
In case I wasn't.
In the
Well,
event.
good lord, the lineup management that I've seen from some. Did you see what the Angels' starting lineup was today? Oh my god, Justin Upton hitting lead. Former Detroit Tigers legend, Justin Upton hitting leadoff.
You want to know who we traded him for? We traded him to the Angels. Yes, we traded him to the Angels. Literally, we traded him to the Angels for two people, neither of which play baseball anymore, and one ball by the end of the season we traded him for.
Wow, that's bad. Anytime I think of Justin Upton now, I think of that video, and I'm hoping that y'all have seen it. It was a video of like a depth chart, and I think it was either the Rays or the Braves, whichever team Justin and BJ played together on.
Braves,
and they were right next to each other in the outfield, and it was a picture of that, and then it's just playing the song, like y'all gonna make me lose my mind, Upton here.
So mine is always the weirdest and most random photo shoot ever, where they just randomly did a Sports Illustrated cover with them two, and then Kate Upton for some reason, and they're like, oh, it's the same. And then there's just like a random photo shoot with the three of them. They took like 10 pictures together, and they're all like holding bats and stuff. It's like, I don't really understand what's going on here. But
I really hope Kate Upton like totally like big shotted them when they came for the Sports Illustrated cover. It's like, you guys first time doing this? Let me show you. Let me show you guys how to do this. I really hope that.
And then Justin Verlander kind of shows about nowhere.
Dude, I just remembered like
freaking 480 OPS.
Dude, wait, is that 2015? That 2015 like Padres team was a fever dream. Like it was like such a hodgepodge of like these guys should be good.
Matthew wants this to turn into a Caps Bruins watch party. Matthew, I've got bad news for you. Nobody here cares that much about the Washington Capitals.
Matthew, I've got bad news for you. Ovi's overrated. Well, now Matthew heard all the slander. You know what?
Yeah.
It's fine. I like the rivalry he and I seem to have, where we weirdly agree on banning the DH and nothing else. No, that's not. I want to know what it cut off at, dude. I want to know the part. I want to know the exact.
I don't remember.
Oh, that's so funny.
But yeah.
What was the hottest take?
It didn't seem that hot to me, but.
I think it was lukewarm at best.
Lukewarm take.
Wait, what even was it? What is he even referring to?
I was talking about how much I hate Boston sports, which I think is like a very nice opinion to have. People that
I don't know why that's
people that aren't from Boston that are pro Boston sports teams. It's like, what are you doing? Like, what are you giving the Red Sox credit for?
Yeah,
John Principe.
Literally.
No, Canadian Red Sox fan, John Principe.
If it cut out, no. Basically, I hope the Caps win by like 10 tonight. So, Brad Marchand is a rat-faced stinker. All right, I'm trying to watch my language on the broadcast here.
Stay out, crack and IMO.
This is a Brad Marchand hate club.
So Peyton said go to
be.
the DD spinoff site Pucks on Pens. Wouldn't it be Pens on Pucks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pucks on Pens.
Pucks on Pens. Put it on a T-shirt, honestly.
Pucks on Pens sounds like a rec league for like dogs to play in like a street hockey.
Are you kidding? I can't even articulate my disappointment with Anthony Rizzo for that strikeout.
Isn't you odd though?
He didn't get his bone beef in for the day, dude.
Clearly.
He needs his Italian dip. Oh, I'm getting bone beef after this. I live fairly close to one. Oh my god, I'm definitely gonna get some.
I just had McDonald's.
Yeah, Peyton said noted by some miracle New Orleans sports fan, John Principe.
True, and Boston.
New Orleans
Caps
and the
are
Red
down
Sox.
41. That's tough. You know what? Hockey is a bit of a sore subject for me right now because the Blues had to play the Avalanche, and we got absolutely spanked in 4 games. So,
Ooh, sheesh.
yeah, it was
Seattle
not
Kraken.
fantastic. Hey, dude, Kraken, they signed their first player. All right?
Oh, did they? Dope.
Yeah.
I can't wait for them to take Danny DeKaiser's contract just off my hands. Oh, I'm gonna
They
give
probably will.
Diego a big
Oh,
kiss.
no, Scott, you're not a Red Wings fan, are you?
Of course he is.
Do you even know who Scott Bentley is?
Yeah, man, I've lived in Detroit my whole life. I definitely.
I know, but like I was hoping by some act of God you wouldn't be that guy.
that guy.
This
that
man
roots
is the
for an
king of
incredible
Detroit
team.
sports
Sorry.
Twitter. I don't know what you're coming
Yeah,
with.
that is that's so
I
unfortunate.
apologize for the pain that my success caused you my entire childhood.
Oh, no.
Okay,
Listen,
but Carson,
right.
you can't seriously slander him for that as a St. Louis Blues fan living in the Chicago suburbs.
again, in my defense,
You're literally a Cardinals fan. You can't slander anyone for anything.
it would have been way worse. It would have been way worse moving in 2007 to like magically become a Hawks fan because
That's
that
true.
would have been
They
true.
were-
That would have been true. I was a Blues fan.
They
We had
were- they
horrible
were the
uniforms.
The Blackhawks
Yeah.
were the burning dumpster fire of the NHL around that time, so
I'm somewhere.
Maybe-
Yeah,
maybe a
I
few
mean,
years
and then
earlier,
they hit the dynasty. That would look poor on me as a sports
that's
fan.
true.
I'm
Well,
I mean, is it looking worse on you than just being a Cardinals fan?
Yeah, there's being a Yankees fan not from New York. That's a worse
There's
look.
being a Yankees fan in general, honestly.
Yeah, but like I'll forgive someone if they roll up in like Tim's and they're like, yeah, I'm classic New York guys like Harrison Bader, who are just, true city slickers.
I'm from Brooklyn.
Yeah, I'm from
Brooklyn, eh?
I paid for a coffee.
Yeah, I've ever been to the Bronx.
You ever been to the Bronx Zoo? We turned 3 rows of our bleachers into a courtroom for one guy. That was awful.
I've
I
been to New
hate
York
that.
once.
You know what? If we're gonna do full Yankees slander, I hate the Yankees broadcast. It sucks. And if anyone in the chat is gonna challenge me on that, you can bring up Mike. Look, I'll be the first to admit, Mike Shannon also the worst. Jim Edmonds probably should be fired. Like, I'm fully ready to admit that.
He's like
But
the only Cardinal player I've ever liked, though.
dude. I mean,
That's it. The list
That's-
literally
yeah.
stops and ends with Jim Edmonds. Like, that is literally it, bro.
San Diego Padres legend, Jim Edmonds. No, the Yankees broadcast
I
is
love him.
horrible. They do that dumb rhyming thing, and if I have to ever hear, if anyone intentionally exposed me to another, the Yankees win again, I'm gonna go like feral. Like I'm gonna like start
I'm gonna
foaming
be
at the
real
mouth.
honest. You probably don't want to just go on Discord later because I guarantee you Peyton's gonna spam it now.
But
You said that.
see, the best thing, at least
Peyton just put in the hot mic. I literally can control the stream. Peyton, I'm sorry. Listen. I'll put you in the booth. All right.
at least
I'll let you take the job, please.
Adam-
I will pay you to take his
at
job.
a minimum that the Yankees win spawned the clip of Big Poppy doing the Yankees lose.
That is
That's
true.
true.
That is true.
Shout
But you know
out
what I've
David
seen?
There's,
You know
there's
what I've
always a
seen
silver
more than
lining.
that? What I've seen more than that though is someone editing the clip, so it's the Red Sox lose. I've seen that. I've seen that one used way more, and so maybe it's
Ooh.
backfired.
Chris
Harrison
Bryant.
Bader.
Chris Bryant
Oh.
missing that ball to the left field line.
This is what I'm talking about with Harrison Bader, where it's like he's got a 720 OPS, but he's magically his OPS plus is like 105 or something like that. I think it's at the beginning
Yeah.
of the broadcast.
Okay,
Oi. Also,
His X flow is pretty good though. He will give
Diego, I will
And-
say, by the way, it's taken me a while, but I'm fully on board with the Matt Duffy hype train now.
Yeah, Matt Duffy.
Matt Duffy's like a weird player to root for. He looks
What-
sickly when he
what
plays.
cost?
Like that's a thin man. That's a man. That's a man who he needs some like Barry Bonds Wheaties or something. Was
That's
Barry
the
Bonds
best.
ever on a
That's
Wheaties
the-
box? Because that would be a fantastic piece of baseball to own. I would love to own a Barry Bonds.
Fantastic
If
piece of
anyone
baseball.
knows, if someone watching
I don't think
knows,
that exists.
oh, Put him on it now. That's what.
Wow, Harrison Bader being bad at baseball.
Batter.
Nico Horner being
Bad.
phenomenal at
Batter.
baseball.
That was a great defensive
Bad.
play.
Oh my
Harrison
God.
Bader, literal garbage.
Notable bad. Harrison Batter.
Good X-Flow, though. Good X-Flow.
You know, Rudy, something we can unite on, because Javier Baez had that great point to the umpire. Maybe my favorite baseball clip in the last 5 years is the World Baseball Classic clip where Molina throws him out to Baez. That clip is so pure.
Yep.
Yeah, it's electric.
That's an all-timer.
This is an all-time clip right here.
This clip will be on. Yeah, it's an all-time clip. You know, when the next commissioner of baseball, Theo Epstein, bans the shift, we'll never see that happen again. That'll be an RBI
He's literally
single.
just playing second base. I don't know what you want from him. That's literally just second base position.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a little deep in the hole. He's a little deep.
Okay, but if you're like, how do you ban that? Well,
How
do you
not
ban playing
erroneously
defense?
banning like everything.
When Theo Epstein says, we want to have as much action on field as possible, there will be no defenders allowed. It'll be just the pitcher and the catcher. And just so we increase strikeouts, it'll be we're moving the mound in 10 feet and we're having no defenders. So Hunter Green gets called up and he throws like 120.
Wait.
Wow, you know what's crazy? If Harrison
Hunter.
if Harrison Bader wasn't awful at baseball, you guys would be winning 1-0 right now, but he's terrible,
Sure.
so
Harrison
Pretty
Bader is
disappointing.
noted bad.
You know, he just didn't go to the Tony La Russa school of how to be a Hall of Fame baseball person. You
It's
know?
true.
That's-
Oh wait, was
Hall of
That's on
that
him.
Famer baseball
was
person.
that
True.
Matt Duffy at third base?
Matt Duffy.
Or who's playing third base? Or is it Bodie? Maybe it's Bodie.
I think it's Bodie.
Because I was gonna say.
You know,
I think it's probably Bodie if it's not.
noted weirdly good OOTP player Edmundo Sosa. At least every time I've done a Cardinal save, he ends up becoming like a solid. He's good to hit 250 off the bench, and he's like, "I'll take $1 million a year for 8 years, please." And I'm like, "Yeah,
Sure.
I'll
You know,
absolutely do
there
that."
is one OOTP GOAT, and that is Evan White.
True. You know what? It's another great one. I put this in the chat like a month ago or so. There's a dude from Spain, and I've looked him up. He's a real person. His name is Daniel Enrique Perez. He played on Spain's like U18 team. There's been a Tigers article from their like SB Nation website about like they were like he could maybe sign with us and be good. And he always turns into a guy that like comes over at like 28 and hits like 350.
Huh.
So it's a nice little OOTP. That was my quarantine phase. I put in like 300 hours
Yeah.
on OOTP.
I do that. I put in probably 5 hours of OOTP today.
So Diego is in the process of becoming a teacher, and in class would send us pictures of all of the students like working, and then him just
He's like,
on his
"OTP."
OTP at his desk. I'm like, that can't be allowed, but sure enough,
I was
grinding up-
substitute teaching that day.
He's like, all right, class, I'm starting an Orioles save. By the end of the day,
Oh.
if you can come up with a trade that allows me to get rid of Chris Davis's contract in full, I will give you 10% on your next exam.
Yo,
And so
fail
they-
you on the
he's
next
got-
exam.
All right.
He's got 9-year-olds on the whiteboard like figuring out like, all right, well if we acquire Stanton's contract and we give them Grayson Rodriguez, he's got them like they've got the little like student whiteboards like, no, that won't work. God, I don't
the best, honestly.
I don't want to trade John Means.
The best was how Diego toward the end of the school year started putting Diamond Digest people on like work for like like
Yeah.
like
Oh,
work
he wrote
like
problems
with-
with-
yeah like
Hold on.
so
I have my
he's
stack of assignments.
big math guy Diego is, and
Math guru, some of
and-
us say.
yeah, so all the like word problems for math, it would like oh goes to the store spends or miles an hour or whatever, like it would be like DD members.
Yeah.
It was the funniest.
Don't forget the DD Bank.
The DD
Yes,
Bank. I forgot about
DD
that.
Bank as well.
I was
Yeah.
teaching him about annuity, so I did Mr. Roy at the DD Bank.
Can't wait
Shout
for
out
Diego to write a question where he's like,
TG
oh,
Bank.
it's just a math. Oh, that's so funny.
So
These are the
great.
wrong
I
assignments.
don't know if anyone here has seen Letterkenny. Maybe not.
Great show.
have?
Great
Here,
show.
I
That's an
found
all-timer.
the test
Okay,
I
because
gave
as
him.
soon as you said DD Bank, I immediately thought of TD Bank.
Yes.
So here, the first question of this test was, Mr. Roy at the DD Bank tells you that if he starts a savings account with $1,000 today with their bank, he can get you $250 in a year in 3 months, and then asked him how to do it. And the next one is, Rudy wants to move to Chicago after he finishes college in 6 years. And then I gave him like actual stats. In 2019, Chicago had a population of 2,693,976. It has a growth rate of 0.1%. What should Rudy expect the population to be when he moves there in 2027? And that's just the problem. And then this one, shout out Izzy. So Izzy is moving to the United States from the UK. She says she wants to move to where her favorite baseball team plays, Washington, D.C.
Actually true.
D.C. had a population of however much, and it's the same thing as the last one. But I would this whole unit, I wrote several problems like that. And actually, I know Scott had one about Detroit.
Yeah, there was
had one
a. You did send me
London.
one. You sent me one about
Diego's got me sweating here. Pretty soon, everyone in the call is going to be like, "All right, Carson, now that you've graduated from college, this is your hazing." And they're going to be asking about factorials. They're going to boo me if I don't get it right.
What's the factorial of 3? What's 3 factorial?
Your mother!
Scott bailing me out because I got this on the spot.
He don't miss.
Actually, can I think of a time, Diego or Rudy? Can you guys recall a time Scott's missed? I can't think of one. I'm like trying to rack my brain.
No, you
I
can't.
don't think so. I don't think he has.
I'm trying to decide.
Despite
if it's
generally
worth.
being a Tigers fan,
He's like,
but
I am 8 right now, and
I'm trying to decide if it's worth thinking of a time when Scott has missed.
We have new trivia.
Does it?
Yeah.
Hey, wait, got new trivia this show?
Trivia: what hockey team made the playoffs 25 years in a row?
Is the trivia question what hockey team that made the playoffs 25 years in a row made a horrible move to a new stadium and disrespected one of the greatest athletes to ever? Because then, what's the new name of Detroit's arena where you guys play hockey in?
Arena. Oh, Joe Louis.
It's not Joe Louis anymore, right? Didn't they change it? They're changing the naming rights.
Well, yeah, it's not Joe Louis Arena because we don't play there. Yeah.
Yeah,
anyway, the trivia question asks:
No one cares.
Paul Goldschmidt and Blank are the top 2 players in exit velocity on line drives and fly balls, qualified BBE, between these 2 teams. So who's the other?
It's my goat. It's my goat, Harrison Bader. This is a trick question.
It's not even an option. So
that's what I'm saying. That's why I said it's a trick question, Diego.
Nolan Arenado, Javier Baez, Yadier Molina, or Wilson Contreras.
So I already answered and I got it wrong.
So did I, and I will.
Wow, if only I had picked the 1 point, I'd be tied for first if I had picked.
Is it average exit velocity or like top or like
average exit velocity?
I believe it's average. Yeah, because it says qualified in the parentheses.
Matthew wanted it to be Wilson Contreras in the worst way, so we could call him a future Nat. Future national. Who's like a huge?
Getting it right out here.
Who are the like biggest MAGA guys in the league? Because they have
future national. I'm telling you, the most realistic future national that is a current Chicago Cub is Eric Sogard.
Kurt Suzuki.
If he makes the big league roster, yeah, I'll give. Who's like a random guy in the bullpen that they have though? Like I don't know, like Alec Mills maybe. Isn't that absurd? He threw a no-hitter last year, and doesn't he have a save this year? Am I wrong on that? How in the world do you not give him like at least one more year as a starter? How do you do? He threw a no-hitter.
I would echo that sentiment, except, and I wrote an article. So I wrote an article right about the fact that they had all 3 of Kyle Hendricks, Alec Mills, and Zach Davies, soft throwing righties. You know, after that they went out and acquired Jake Arrieta and Trevor Williams.
Yeah, Alizé doesn't throw too hard either, does he?
These are all baseball
Alzolay
players.
tops out at 95, and he's the hardest throwing.
Okay, and then Did he when Molina took him
you.
yard last night?
Good question.
Pirates legend Trevor Williams.
So if anyone deserves slander for last night, Cubs wise, it's definitely not him. For the record.
No, he had a great game. Seven innings to take a loss. If you give up 2 and 7, it's like that's a nice Jacob. That's a Jacob. Ooh, that should be a statistic.
The DeGrom.
Jacob DeGrom. The DeGrom. If you go 7 or more and give up 2 earned or less, but you still take a loss.
It's like a
that
quality
funny.
plus.
Yeah, we were talking about this last night on the.
But you have to take the loss.
Jimmy and I. Yeah.
Sorry, Diego, I cut you off. My bad.
Jimmy and I were talking about this on the HotMic last night. Like literally this exact thing. Like, oh, it's like a DeGrom is pitching a fantastic game but losing because your offense is like terrible.
I think that's a good quality. Like so, 7 or more, two earned or less, and you take the L. That's a DeGrom.
However,
that.
I will agree with you. Even if I'm not terribly surprised that Mills didn't get a spot in the rotation to start the year, given that the Cubs are like bottom 3 in the league in a lot of starting pitcher stats, I'm surprised they haven't shaken him up and given Mills starts at any point.
Well, and again, it's also like when a guy throws a no-hitter, I almost want to give like it should buy you a year of good graces. Where like you can go, have like a Ubaldo Jimenez in Baltimore year, but you still get that whole year, and then it's like, all right,
now
we're putting you in the bullpen.
So Waino has thrown pitches: curveball, curveball, 4-seam fastball, curveball.
Yeah, he's the goat. He's the goat for that.
Heck of an AB.
If you watch,
I love to take him deep.
Okay, well, let's calm down.
Ian, is there a good rhyme for Ian Happ that makes him sound bad? Ian Kraft. There you go.
There you go. Got him.
If we were 8 years old, I would have just destroyed you.
Yeah, that would have been done.
If we were on the elementary school playground, you were going home this afternoon. You're getting called out sick by mom.
Mom, I don't feel too good.
So Scott,
Mom,
Matthew asked, when does Mickey hit 500?
Oh.
If he stays healthy, probably. I don't know, late July, early August, I'd hope, if he stays healthy. I mean, he's 9 away now, so...
Okay.
He had a good to get there.
He literally, last night, he went 3 for 4 with 2 homers, and one of them was a grand slam. Like, he...
No shot, that's a strike.
That is correct. There is no shot that is a strike. Absolutely.
Guys, let's respect the umpires, okay? If it's clearly a strike.
Never touch
This is my.
the strike
How did we
zone.
go
I'm
through the
sick.
process of getting Carson
disgusted.
kicked out of DD?
I am disgusted.
We can start that process. So I have a form I can send
they're
around.
doing
If
my
it has
team dirty.
more than, I think it needs like 12 signatures, and
Are
then
you-
and then Laz will approve it, and then he can take a look at it.
It's okay. You know what? I'll just message Laz privately and just be like, wasn't Joe Creedy such a fantastic White Sox? And then there's, and then I'm locked in for life.
All you have
No,
to
That
do
would
is-
buy you.
Locked in
That
for
would buy
life.
you a few months.
All you have to
I'm
do
like, you know who was-
is
you know
say
who was a
something
really-
good about Lucas Giolito. That's it. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Or Mitch
like-
Haniger.
That is actually all.
I'm
it
like, you know who was just like such a incredible player in their career that really deserves more appreciation? Like Alexi Ramirez, wouldn't you say? Like I'm just gonna soothsay my way into staying here for life.
You are actively making me sick. I hope you know that.
All you have to do is not say anything, and when the purge comes around, be a little active, and then you stick around forever.
That's
Mm.
what
The
Diego
pat-
did
the
for
pat-
years.
That's what I did
Diego
for
Franco
2 years.
But now he's back and then weekly and pumping out a big part of the site again. He went from super involved to literally people
Nothing.
didn't know he was still here to super involved again.
Who am I thinking of? Who was there? They had like a random. The Sox on that team had like a random outfielder that was like weirdly good. He's on the Giants at the end of his career. Played like center field. Help me out here.
Oh, he
It's
sucked.
your mother.
Hey, you know what?
The Amazon.
Okay, so my mom's got a World Series ring.
Okay. It's a flex.
Aaron Rowan. There we go. Boom.
Aaron Rowan.
A quick BREF search has me confirming it's Aaron Rowan.
Shut up.
Phillies legend. He made the All-Star game. What did he hit?
Baseball.
OPS a 124? OPS plus? Good lord. Okay.
I was like, well, that's a really bad OPS.
No. Yeah. No. Yeah.
The All-Star game that year.
That's like
How bad
Davey,
was the rest of the league?
yeah, that's Davey Lokes
Man,
level
I'm
of
sick.
incompetence at
I'm
the plate.
sick.
That's any Tiger in the last 5 years level of incompetence.
I was.
Hey Scott, I saw was it last night? Torque hit his first homer. In
That was yesterday.
Oh,
yeah, he's not doing. He's at Lakeland, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I tried trading for Torque and OTP today.
he's got a really weird start to his professional career there. His batting average is not good, and he struck out. He's leading all of high single A in strikeouts. However, he is also leading all of high single A in walks, and the hits that he does have are doubles and now a homer. So like.
3 true outcomes plus doubles.
It's weird. Like if he can just cut the K numbers down and I mean he needs to cut them down. Did you guys hear
I
that?
heard that.
Yeah.
Scott's getting pulled
it's
up
like
on right
that.
now.
It's like that video you just posted
video
like, today
yesterday.
or yesterday, where Scott, you were like talking about something and walking, and then a car crash happened literally right in front of you.
Bro, oh yeah.
I'm so
Yeah, can I hear that
nervous.
story?
So yeah, for sure. So first off, the only reason that's on the internet is because it was like 1 o'clock in the morning and I was laying in bed, not 100%.
Sober.
Coherent.
Yeah.
He was a little
Coherent.
groggy. He was a little groggy from getting such a good night's sleep because he went to bed at 10 p.m.
I had a couple too many ginger ales.
Yeah, couple root beers
So,
deep.
I'm just going through my old camera roll, and I came across that video, and I just started like crying, laughing in my bed. And I was like, Twitter needs to see this for some reason. So basically, what happened was, in that fantasy football league is like super interactive. It's been the exact same 12 people for like almost a decade now. Like
Wow.
we've all gotten like super close. And it's like the group chat we have is like all year round thing. It's not just one fantasy season. Like we've gotten really, really close, and
Nice.
but we live all over the country. Like there's a lot of people in Cali and out. Actually, there's one that lives out of the country. Like we're spread out all over. So
Humble flex.
I am like, we take videos to like talk shit to each other basically, because that's really, we're not gonna, I can't walk over and see the person, right? So we just like sending videos talking smack to each other is really big and like really popular within the league. And so it was the first round of the playoffs. I was sending one to my buddy, and I retook it afterwards. It was like 2 minutes long of me just like dragging him and calling him a bunch of names and stuff.
Of course.
Do you want to repeat some of the names in on the broadcast, or
Are you allowed to repeat some of the names of the broadcast?
I'm just baiting him?
The first take was what you saw on Twitter, where it was me walking like right over here, actually, like right there. I went for it. I was like, oh, I'm going for a little pre-kickoff walk, get the juices flowing, getting ready for this beatdown. And then literally a car pulls out from this side street. And I live right on like the main road in Detroit.
Detroit runs through
And
Scott.
so like this car just whips out. Facts. This car just whips out the side street. And then this other truck with a big metal like hitch on the back to carry like a lawnmower whips around the corner and just drills this car. And I'm just like, what the hell just happened right in front of me? And so I cut the video, and everybody was fine. Neither car was going super fast because it was a side street, but like, I was just trying to take a video just on a walk, and then all of a sudden this car accident just happened. It was really, really wild, to be honest with you. Yeah, that's 10 seconds of a very funny video on my phone.
If we're talking car crashes at school in Iowa City, the street that I'm on for my apartment for the next 6 weeks or so, when I'm back at
Talking
school.
about car crashes, yeah.
No, yeah.
We're
Talking about car crashes. This one. No. I'm live on the street where like they all happen as well, and I'm so terrified I'm going to be on a broadcast and hear it, because it. And then what happens is it happens, and then I live on the side street right there, so I'll hear this massive crunch, and then the cars turn onto my street, and then I get to hear firsthand. I get to like peek out my window like it's rear window, and I hear every single argument, and
Cops come.
and yeah, I hear the cops, and I get to hear it, and it's like my own. It's like live reality television, and
Sure.
every day I hope it's someone that I know, and just get to be out there, just being like, you've got to be kidding me, what's your insurance? And the person being like, that back and forth, I live for.
In high school, people used to get, there's a 4-way stop right at my house as well. And people used to like, people I went to high school with used to get pulled over on my front lawn. Like
The
multiple
grass?
times. Yeah, like they just get pulled over and then they just like drive, and not like on like my lawn.
Oh, okay. I was
but,
like,
like
Scott,
park
your
out front of
car
my
stories are
house,
bananas.
and like that's where they get pulled over, and the cop stops them right out front of my house. And so like one time, I literally remember walking outside and like oh, because it happens so often, I don't even like care anymore. It's like people get pulled over in front of my house all the time because of where I live. And well, I remember one time I walked down as I just heard like, "Hey, Scott." I was like, "What?" And I look, and then yeah, a kid I graduated high school with's in there, and it was when I was still in high school, so I saw him the next Monday, and I was like, "Hey, Brent, like that, like you probably should stop, like at the stop sign, you know?" He's like, "Yeah, man, like I just gave him a lot of like crap for the rest of our, yeah, it was funny."
tenure in high school.
Reading is hard sometimes, 4-letter words are for people.
That's right.
It's true.
Wow,
I
that
can't
was
read, so.
I don't know how you let that drop. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
someone should have caught that. For
And
sure.
I will say though, I was upset at the called third strike on Ian Happ, and apparently that's just where the corner of the strike zone is today, because that was also Zach Davies got that strike called too. So.
Well, there you go. And there's that great Twitter account. Is it like the ump scorecards?
Yeah.
The
Oh,
at
so
is
good.
currently escaping me.
Great account.
It was like a week and a half ago or so. They showed there's like these, and
Yeah,
the ump
with, like,
literally missed
2
one
mistakes.
call. It was
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
and it was like
One call.
that's crazy. That is an absurd. Like shout out to my I can't wait for Angel Hernandez to call the first perfect game on that account. I'm telling you, it's going to be something like that where it'll be such vindication for him.
What
And then
you
he'll
just
sue the league
said,
again.
what you just said is a physical impossibility.
I hope
1,000 out of 1,000 times, it could be the easiest game where every strike is straight up the middle and every ball is 2 feet off the plate. Angel Hernandez will screw up a call.
My favorite was the lawsuit that he filed where a judge in federal court basically said, "Yeah, you're getting like you're not good." Like it's just hilarious that in a legal court of law, a judge had to rule you are not good enough at your job. That is why you have not called a World Series game.
Okay,
Yes.
So
Angel, there's 3 things certain in life: it's death, taxes, and Angel Hernandez being a terrible umpire.
all right.
Yes.
So we're through 5 innings, pretty quick and scoreless 5 innings.
Oh, why'd you say quick, Rudy?
And we are going to throw up our first break of the evening, and we will be back with you for the top of the 6th.
True.
Okay, so we're back with an interesting play at first.
He's out.
They're gonna take a look
I
at
think
it.
he's out. I think he's out.
You
but-
know,
Let me get
in my,
them. Let me get them.
in my fully non-biased opinion, oh, he's for sure out. By the way,
Yeah, I think he's out.
Okay,
He's definitely out. He's not- it's not that close.
unbiased opinion, out.
Yeah.
Biased opinion, it's not even close. Paul Goldschmidt had him by a step and a half.
He was too like I don't understand why he felt the need to like do the safe sign before he actually got to the bit. Like I think he actively impeded. Maybe not. Maybe that was just a weird way of
Okay,
running.
we got new trivia just dropped.
New trivia just
According to Peyton.
yeah, they
This
Yeah.
this
that
this
out.
trivia question, it's hilarious because I got it wrong, but this is maybe the easiest one we've had of the night for at least maybe Scott or I, because we can
Alright.
eliminate.
The player that has not played for at least two, bro. Can we has not played for at least two of the Pirates, Cubs, Cardinals, and Tigers?
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
wait,
want to be
wait.
giving out.
So
I don't want to
typically
be giving out hints.
typically
but-
in the past these have been like guys who play for
Our
the teams
teams.
that are on here. Where are the Pirates coming from?
Probably Ethan.
Have we been talking enough about the Pittsburgh Pirates? I mean, what else do they
Yeah.
have?
We've been,
going for them?
we've been
Okay,
talking
okay.
way
Might as well
too
give a shout
much
out on
about the
trivia.
Pittsburgh Pirates, actually.
So this has not played.
Yeah,
For at least two
I
of them.
maybe,
So
These
only played.
two.
I
So
maybe got this one.
Which
a
of
little
these
wrong.
has only played for two of these and not three or four?
Yeah,
no,
I read that
At
wrong.
least two means like. So which
They
of these
played-
players has only played for one? I think.
Bro, this is.
Peyton,
look-
we need clarification.
Look,
So
I'll
bad.
be honest. I'm not gonna give away the answer, but in my head, I know
the
that
player
the
that has-
Cardinals.
I don't know if
not
like
played.
I can't promise
Or-
you. I could not
Two.
say with 100% confidence that any of these guys played for the Cubs.
Well, I can say. Look, Edwin Jackson. I've played for every team, so
Yeah, yeah.
Well, he
That's-
also says, hey, it's not the guy who's played for half the league, so
But like
it's part of the question.
I don't think Johnny Peralta was a Cub.
no,
Peralta was only a Tiger and a Cardinal.
correct.
Nope.
Wait. Why are they even bothering to show that this is the first season in MLB history where 3 teams have been no-hit twice, when this is one of like 3 seasons already with 6 no-hitters or more?
Yeah, that's
That's
what.
literally like
Oh,
So
look,
ESPN
they're
be like,
showing
very
future
specific.
White Sox Joey Gallo.
No.
You think he's one of the Cubs? Where do you think Joey Gallo's going? I'll ask everybody that.
Texas.
Bold prediction.
Future
Think
Tigers?
he's staying?
let me actually think
No,
about it
he's
for a minute.
probably not staying.
If he's okay, I'll let me amend the question. If
Milwaukee.
he's not
Okay.
staying. Give me the team.
Milwaukee.
Okay.
I would actually I
Peyton heard that one.
I don't mind the Brewers thriving. I don't like the Brewers thriving, but I don't mind the Brewers thriving. I would actually love
I
a
do.
Joey Gallo to Milwaukee trade.
Okay.
Like I think that would
I-
be very good for baseball.
Yeah,
Scott,
exactly.
did you also guess Bob Miller?
No, I got it right. Bob Miller, I know, played for the Tigers and the Cardinals.
Okay.
He had
Yeah,
1 year, 2 years tops with the Tigers.
I don't know. Bob Miller seemed like one of those like 1940s names. Peyton, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's who it is. Yeah.
That's the truth. That's the truth, Peyton. All right. Joey Gallo is going to get traded to the Chicago White Sox.
So leaderboard update right now. After that question, we've got Nate
dead
Temple
last.
in first with 75. The difference between second and third is Ethan Fisher's 1 point for correctly saying that would not be a no-hitter.
Boo, Ethan.
Scott's in third with 50. Carson, Diego, Matthew, and I
I have
are
50.
all tied in fourth. It's showing.
I have
Okay,
50.
Diego's tied in third. Excuse me.
Bro, Diego just has a Capri Sun flexing
No.
on everybody.
Diego,
That actually
I-
means
Diego,
that
I
the
gotta
rest of us
ask-
are tied in fifth. So,
What flavor Capri Sun?
This one's strawberry kiwi.
ooh.
Okay, one of the two good ones.
Good.
So that puts.
Has the Pacific coolers in the fridge.
So that puts Joey Boley alone in sixth place with the 1 point he got for saying there would not be a no-hitter. He's
Joey,
got
I don't-
nothing since then.
Hey, I don't wish Joey harm, but part of me hopes that they get every other question wrong, so they end up with the lone one.
That'd be cool.
This is crazy that Wainwright's through 6 with like less than 112 pitches. He might just pitch the whole game. That's my favorite thing about the Cardinals is that we're like taking like a slightly more analytical approaches with Shilton and all that, but whenever Adam Wainwright pitches, it's like, yeah, he's at 104 through 5 innings. Yeah, we'll put him out there for 2 more innings. Like it's every outing. He throws like 125 pitches, and I'm like, this cannot be real.
Yep.
FTC.
Okay, so we gotta come up.
Oh, who's? You know what? I'm so tired.
We gotta come up.
I'm so tired of Matthew saying FTC.
Bro, it's not going anywhere. You gotta get used to it.
I know. I'm at this point. It's I'm numb to the pain, but it's also just like congrats. You're one playoff series you won against us. Man.
Can we throw FTC just like above Carson's like?
Yeah, get that. Put that
yeah,
right.
Like right there.
Hold on. Hold your hands. Hold your hands right there.
Sorry.
No, it's gotta be above.
It's coming in.
Way we can
It's
leave
coming
it
in Comic Sans.
Yeah.
No, the hands going down.
Yes.
Listen,
It's
I'll
gotta be
get
above his head for sure.
I'll get caught with FTC on a screen. I'm not gonna get caught with Comic Sans and looking like I'm enjoying it. That's right. There's a Scott. You know what? Listen, don't make me go downstairs and get my mom. If you want someone that'll really go off about Comic Sans, my mom could give a MIT caliber lecture on why Comic Sans is the worst font.
Please do it.
Fantastic.
Please do it.
I don't know how to make.
Oh
I
my
want to
God.
make it.
Oh, look at the screen. It says FTC and Comic Sans on his face.
At least put it over his head.
Oh, no, I like
right
the run
across
on his face.
I don't know.
I like that looks
So
good.
this is a shame. I want to make it red, but I don't know how to change the text color.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Fantastic.
No,
Oh, I
this
can
is
underline it? I'm
This
absolutely
is
doing
fantastic. Oh, there we go. There
Definitely
we go.
do that.
that.
I'm waiting to see it
Emphasis
underlined
on
on
it.
it.
Do I even want to ask what Ethan is putting?
Noted,
Down there?
Noted Nationals
With
fan
all those
Matthew
letters?
Penn. FTC.
FTC.
Matthew says check banter. That I am scared of. Do.
Yeah, now I'm
Just a
so.
straight gap.
Oh, perfect. You know, it's fine.
What am I doing?
When the Nationals finish dead last for like 5 of the next 7
Dub.
seasons,
Dub.
I will have the last laugh. As we
Davey's out of
pay,
this game,
Tommy-
by the way, y'all.
as we pay Nolan Arenado
Tommy
pennies
Nance?
on the dollar.
Huh?
Tommy Nance. Tomothy.
If I gave you a list of about 15 guys I might have guessed would be in the Cubs bullpen this year, Tommy Nance would not have been on that list. don't can't say I can tell you
Right?
much about him.
I don't like this. I don't like this precedent we're setting where whoever has a bad take or just a opinion people don't like, they're gonna have like the nice big white text in front of them. We're gonna get to a point where every broadcast.
This is way before you. This is
welcome
wait,
to
wait,
Amazon,
so-
buddy.
Brian Schlosser was on here. We literally on his screen for an entire game put Charlie Blackman sucks.
Charlie Blackman sucks.
The whole thing right above his head.
We can't forget Internet Explorer J-Roy.
Yeah,
Yep. Internet Explorer J-Roy was a classic too,
Yep.
because his stream was like 2 minutes behind.
Yeah,
So
always
there'd be-
way behind.
There'd be like a well-hit fly out, and then like 2 minutes later, he's like, "Oh, he got a pretty good hold of that one."
Yeah.
Internet Explorer logo over J-Roy's face.
So Carson, I want you to know
Um,
it's not showing up right now, but it's still there, and I can make it appear at any moment if necessary.
That's
Thank God.
incredible.
Well,
That's like blackmail.
Rudy, this is the
Oh,
problem. Though, is
Matthew.
that
We don't talk about that one.
Rudy's article on the screen where he's predicting the Royals to get fourth place.
Oh, that was so good. What else have we thrown on the screen?
I'm trying to remember.
We did the Indianapolis location. Jack in the Box was on there.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Bro,
Unbelievable.
can someone score? Will a run
Hey,
be scored
when
before the end of the 7th inning?
home half. So once we do the nice stretch here, well, Harrison Bader's at the dish, so
No.
you know, maybe we give it one more batter. No, Rudy, this is the problem though. If I was on Sunday Night Baseball was a non-Cardinals game, the amount of
we'd still do
pro
it.
Cardinals talk would be 10% less. But because I actually got to call my favorite team, I'm not going to pretend like I'm not going to get excited when Aaron Arenado Parks won.
Who?
Yeah. Arenado, that's so good.
I see. I'm just glad you're like a little bit older than Will, so that we don't have to get into again that Will has never seen a losing season from his favorite team in his lifetime.
Yeah, I think I'm privy to
Will's
one
like 12.
question mark.
Yeah. So
yeah.
we can at least,
I love
there's
Will and I have a great Twitter tradition where every time Arenado hits a home run, he just texts me in all caps. I still can't believe it. It's a nice thing we have.
Nice reminder. So I'm wearing a San Diego Padres jersey.
I was gonna ask about it.
Fresh. Looks pretty
Does
cute.
anyone want to try and take a gander at whose last name is on the back of this jersey?
Jake Peavy.
Oh, good guess. I'm gonna shout Carlos Quinton.
I would be caught dead wearing a Carlos Quinton jersey.
No.
Hey, Matthew Penn in the chat. Anthony Rendon stinks. All right, I don't want to ever see that again. Don't ever say that again. Anthony Rendon is terrible. There's a reason when Mike Trout got hurt, everyone goes, "It's Shohei Ohtani's team now," because Anthony Rendon is bad. All right,
Wow.
He's overpaid and he's
Wow.
I hate Anthony Rendon. He's got that greasy perm or whatever his hair is. He's got to buzz it and go.
He's going all.
This is the
my
piping hot
God.
take. This right here is the piping hot take of the night.
This is the piping hot take.
I'll give a piping hot take. And you know what? I'll say it. I think Anthony Rendon. I don't like him. I'd rather have. I don't want to give a number and then have to actually list everyone. I would rather have. Let me think. Just off the top of my head.
Just list them as you're thinking.
I'd rather have Arenado, obviously. I'd rather have Matt Chapman. I'd rather have Chris Bryant.
Dub.
Ooh, I almost want to give a really hot take.
Do it.
I'm debating. I'd definitely rather have Machado, right?
Okay.
Is it Machado jersey, by the way?
No.
What'd you say?
See, I'm trying to think
Oh.
of who was on the Padres within the last because it's before they rebranded, obviously.
Cameron Maybin.
I can tell you what year they were drafted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were drafted by the Padres in 2014.
Ooh.
Oh, Ethan put it in the chat. I almost wanted to say Brian Hayes. I had that thought of do I want to shoot? I'd rather have Hayes or Rendon. Ooh, for the price for the next 10 years or even 5.
That's fair.
I don't know. I'll give that. Nats will have Chris Bryant instead of Rendon, by the way. They have neither right now, Matthew. So
Is that
I don't.
Anthony Rizzo? Oh wait, no, he said 2014.
Rizzo was drafted by the Red Sox.
Drafted by the Padres in 2014.
Rizzo was drafted by the Red Sox. Jed Hoyer worked in San Diego's front office and traded for him there. And then the Cubs traded for him from San Diego when Jed Hoyer was in the Cubs front office then.
True or false, 2 qualified pitchers on these rosters. Is that qualified pitchers from this year? Because Dakota Hudson for sure has to have an xERA over 5.
Yeah, that's gotta
His
be.
peripherals are terrible.
That's got to be true. There's
no right or wrong answer.
There's
so.
someone on the Cubs has an xERA over 5. I can almost guarantee it. It's
Matthew
probably
Future
Jake Arrieta.
Matthew acts like the Nationals are some incredible free agent destination, and it's that team has existed. I'm older than that team, and no one who they had tiny fan base. Who's you know what? It's there's no storied Nationals franchise. No one, unless you're getting horrifically overpaid. Shout out Patrick Corbin.
Oh, I'm sick. Oh, I'm so sick at the Cubs pitcher that has an xERA over 5. I didn't want it to be true.
Is it Hendricks?
Yes.
Arrieta.
It's Hendricks.
I had a
Actually,
feeling.
Rudy, what was your feelings when the Cubs, threw Arrieta that one year? What went through your mind?
Is it Trey Turner, Scott?
It's
Is
no,
not Trey
Turner
Turner.
was drafted before that, I feel.
Wasn't he right before Tyler Beatty?
I think. I should have told y'all not to look up who it was. Whoops.
It's fine.
Now we're all we're cheating. We're helping the audience, all right? You know, audience participation. You know, sometimes
That's right. We're
this is like
encouraging.
Diego should know this. It's like when you're playing Kahoot. You know, sometimes you just gotta give somebody a little bone to throw.
Yeah.
It's fair. It's fair.
Oh,
I also love
Scott. I don't know. I can't come up with it.
I can't think of it either.
Is there any? I'll let people keep guessing. If you're done guessing, I'll just tell you. But
2014.
I can give you more hints too. I can do whatever.
Okay.
Can we get another hint?
Yeah.
Do you have like a? I don't know. Do you have like a question? Like we need
Okay.
20
They
questions.
made the league with the Padres.
Still,
Did they crack the major leagues with the Padres?
they never played a Major League Baseball game.
Oh.
Still to this day.
Still to this
I
day.
think that might disqualify me from getting it right. I'm gonna be honest.
Mark Appel. No, I don't know. That's not
Drafted
Pirates
by
legend Mark Appel.
the Padres in 2014 and never played a major, or I can give you another hint, or a minor league game. Never played a professional baseball game for anyone for the San Diego Padres.
This isn't some like trick like, well, Russell Wilson was a Padres Rule
Yeah,
5
it's Johnny Manziel. Yes.
Oh, wow.
What?
Yeah.
All right.
It's a Johnny Manziel jersey.
Wow.
Johnny Manziel was drafted by the San Diego Padres in 2014.
Wow.
For what? Is a pitcher?
As it was like the 250th round. It was a publicity stunt.
Yeah.
They need to bring that back.
He played baseball in high school.
They need to bring that back. I'm probably going to write a serious article how much fun Jared Walsh is to
I'm not
watch
like
play.
flexible enough. I don't think to like.
Yeah, I see Manziel
Yeah,
too.
that's Manziel right there.
I'm probably going to write my next article though on like how much fun it is to watch guys like Jared Walsh, like when this round God knows what and they make the league. I hate that might go away for forever because that's so much more enjoyable than watching
The 1-3.
Yeah, anyone who's drafted in the first 10 rounds, it's like this is kind of an expectation. But when you're the guy who it's like it will give you a $500 signing bonus, and they're playing in Lord knows Texas, like that. Those are the people you root for.
That's a strike after
Sure.
what he's been calling all night. Man, Baez doesn't like that one either.
Wainwright's one hitting the Cubs right now.
He is indeed one hitting the
yeah.
Cubs, and it was Chris Bryant, second batter of the game.
Scott, is it your favorite player who was drafted in 2014? That's so funny.
Is who my favorite? Oh, is Johnny
Manziel.
Manziel.
Who was number 1 overall pick that year?
That was
it was like wasn't it? It was one of the Astros mess ups, right?
Aiken,
yeah, there it
That
is.
was Aiken.
Noted. Oh, because that's the Carlos Rodon year. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember watching this draft because. Yeah, I remember watching this draft. Oh, there's some names on here.
Tyler Beede.
Bradley
Yeah,
Zimmer, dude. The man with
Bradley
the longest
Zimmer.
face in MLB history.
There's a dude that threw a no-hitter last week, was drafted in 2014.
Would you mind telling us who that is?
Top 20 pitcher in baseball, Spencer
Spencer
Turnbull,
Turnbull.
baby.
I will tell you this, Scott. On This Week in Baseball, we were asked who's throwing the next no-hitter. My pick was Casey Mize.
Good. Hey, did I get any credit or notoriety?
We talked about it.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you better have.
We did.
better.
We did. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Oh, woo!
Okay, we should be back up. We had another quick OBS studio disconnect. Oh, Patrick Mahomes.
Rudy's favorite
Like this
pastime
is talking about. All right, yeah. John Means, by the way, also 2014 draft, 11th round. Come on now.
Yeah.
Like
I
that's so
I have to say, it would be. I know, Scott, you like claiming ownership of the Tigers drafting Mahomes. I think it would be a fantastic story.
I do.
If the Royals had been the team that drafted Mahomes and he now owned the team, or had a stake in the ownership of the team.
It would be, but it's a better story that a division
Detroit,
rival drafted him, and so we technically own part of your franchise. I don't make the
Like,
rules.
quite literally.
That's how it works.
Yeah,
Don't question
Okay,
it.
okay.
That's how it works.
Sure.
No, Scott's. Remember I
Math
said
checks
earlier.
out. Math checks
I'm
out.
checking for. Hold on.
Oh,
hold
glad
on.
we have Diego.
Checking for a Scott
to
miss.
check them out.
Haven't seen it, so 100% right. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. This game is just like this is going to be a peak. The Cardinals are going to hit a sack fly in the next 2 innings. That's how this game is going to end.
Disgusted. It'll happen.
It's going to be like
It'll happen too,
it's
and
gonna
I'll be so sick.
It's going to be like Harrison Bader chasing
don't
a
even.
horrible pitch.
Oh.
And and Tommy Edman will tag up, and they're going to be like, it's a great hustle play, taking a chance like that. And they'll talk about how great of a manager Mike Schilt is, and I'm like, yeah, it's just because he's fast. There's no managerial work there. Shout out Edmundo Sosa, over 1,000 OPS, so MVP candidate, I guess.
That's right.
I suppose.
If begrudgingly an MVP candidate.
How many guys do you know that are hitting over 300 with an OPS over 1,000 that are primarily second basemen?
That's a very specific
Hey,
set of circumstances.
we're watching the
Probably not Nico
ESPN
Hoerner.
broadcast. All right, I have to pull out
It's
all
funny
the
because I
insane
had one in my mind until you said primary second baseman, because Posey's hitting over those.
I'm sorry, who?
The greatest catcher of his generation, Buster Posey.
That's is he on BRF? I'm putting his name in. I'm not.
Oh, here.
I'm not
Wait.
seeing it.
You might be spelling it wrong. Try YA space MOTHA.
Oh, okay. Okay, guys.
Man.
Hey, hey, you know what? My mom might be the greatest catcher of our generation, but your mother's the best receiver of our generation. So.
Trading blows. Oh my god.
This is when Laz messages me on Discord saying,
Yeah,
I hope-
we're-
"Oh my god." Oh, Matthew, you still talking about the Nats? Yeah, we're gonna have Max Scherzer will be a Cardinal next year, so I'm not worried about it.
Noted not going to be a national in like 8 months.
Yeah.
Max
Yeah.
Scherzer.
Noted Missouri native.
And then the best pitcher that actually will throw an inning for them next year will be Patrick Q. Orban.
No, it'll be Eric Fetty. Dude.
It'll be
It'll be Eric Fetty.
immaculate inning thrower, Eric Fetty.
You're right. Q. Orban is not even good.
Yeah, 8 months, more like 2 months. Yeah, Matthew, you can take our garbage prospects. You know, like Jake Woodford. There you go. There's a name. There's a deep dive. I got hired to write about prospects, so it's a good thing I can pull some out of my ass right now. You guys can have like Jake Woodford and who's that guy that we drafted like 6 years ago? That's like 24 now. That Delvin Perez. There you go.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
Delvin
I was gonna
Perez,
say
too.
y'all already dealt Austin Gomber.
Oh, dude.
He's not even good.
Look, if you look closely, you can see the 0 tears I'm shedding that we gave him up. I
He's
remember.
terrible for Colorado.
Well, yeah, of course he's. I remember, dude. Like that trade. I remember when it was reported, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is the third year in a row that I've seen that's going to happen. I was like, I'll believe it when I see it.
Mhm.
And then when it was like the details are getting finalized, and there's 4 players, I was like, so he definitely lost Gorman and Liberatore, and I was like, who are the other 2 that they got? And I was like, I was like, maybe for the money we gave them Dexter Fowler to like reunite him with Colorado. I'm like, that feels like that could be it. And then it was like, oh, it's 4 people that I could care less about. That's fantastic.
Well, and like
But then they gave you millions of dollars.
That's-
so-
Matthew, I'd rather have Paul Goldschmidt and Giovanni Gallegos than Luke Voigt and not Paul Goldschmidt.
that's the thing
So-
that was so upsetting about that trade to me is how was no other team in baseball willing to match that? None.
I know.
Well, I think it was. I don't think Arenado had the no trade clause, and he apparently I remember saying this when the rumors first came out back in before Colorado fluked their way into the playoffs in 2018. I remember saying because Arenado kept saying again and again in every interview, he's like, I just want to build a culture of sustained excellence and winning. And I remember being like, I'm like, my team annoyingly talks about that and nothing else all the time. I was like, come to the Cardinals. We don't shut up about that ever. I was like, we're this. Come on. And then when it happened, I was like, finally. I really think that he enjoys, which is great. I really think he enjoys being a Cardinal. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping that he opts in. He's also very good friends with Paul Goldschmidt apparently, and so that's a nice plus.
Yeah.
It'll be all the better when we trade Ponce de Leon for Trevor Story straight up at the deadline.
I'm sick. I'm so sick. Like looking back on that Arenado deal, the Royals literally could have matched that with like Jacob Junis instead of Austin Gomber, and then like
they could have sent like Jacob Junis and Andrew Benintendi, and that would have been a better deal.
Yeah, literally.
Like at the very least,
what they gave up in the Benintendi trade, just throw that and Junis at the Cardinals for Arenado.
Yeah,
there you go.
I mean it.
Like,
true.
Yeah, I keep saying it. I really do think the Cardinals might story like that because it'll take.
He's a Tiger, so.
Oh, you think he's going?
He's actually a Rocky right now.
I'm sorry.
He's a future Tiger.
Doesn't your current shortstop hit cleanup for you guys? Are you not a Willie Castro believer, Scott?
Willie Castro hasn't played shortstop in over a month, so.
What's he playing? Second?
Now, because he's the worst defensive shortstop in the history of baseball. So, yeah.
You seen Gleyber Torres play shortstop?
Yeah, and I've seen Willie Castro play worse.
Cubs,
so
Cubs
wow.
won the Aroldis Chapman trade.
Willie Castro had negative 11 DRS in 40 games last year. What are we talking about?
Yeah, that's actually
my God.
that's actually ridiculous.
That's absurd. I don't even know how you do that. You know what? This is hilarious too. I want to get everyone's honest opinion. Okay, I want everyone to have a moment of reflection with themselves and think on this question. So Derek Jeter in his career, it's what, like negative 156 DRS, right? Do you think if you played a full 162 game season that you would have negative 155 or better?
Yes.
If you played shortstop.
Yes.
You think so?
Well, I mean, like
I would hope so.
You have to play every
He had
day,
20
and like you don't
years
get
to
pulled.
do that, though.
Right, but like we're also, I haven't played baseball since I was 16, but I still think that I'd have less negative DRS than Jeter.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that'd be really hard to be that bad over 160.
Well, that's the thing, though, is
Yeah.
like our range and like guys would beat us on like pretty routine grounders, but I still think.
So I'm thinking, right, you literally would never have to throw to first. Like, all you would have to do is just stop the balls that are within your range and make the outs at second and third when you need to.
So you're saying, Rudy, you just hold every throw to first? You like,
I think
okay.
so. Because even doing that, there is almost no way I cost my team an entire run per game.
Yeah.
True. Okay. I'm glad that everyone also says yes, because this is like the sports argument when people were like, if you gave me a handoff in the NFL, I could rush for like 5 yards. And it's like, no, you could not.
I could rush for a yard, maybe. If I had a really good
you give us a yard?
I couldn't.
If I had a really, really good O-line, maybe.
I don't know, man.
I don't even think so. Yeah, I think that's a TFL for whoever gets to tackle me. I don't think that's positive yardage.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that if you gave me 162 games, at least DRS, I wouldn't have negative 156. I don't want to know what my offensive WAR would look like though.
No.
That would be
negative 1,000.
Well, and like, it's tough at shortstop too, right? Like second base, I could manage, but I never even played shortstop when I did play baseball.
okay.
I caught my whole life.
Yeah.
Like that's
I started playing baseball when I was 9.
I was
Scott, you don't have confidence in your ability to be the Isaiah Kiner-Falefa of DD.
No, because catching shot my legs. I do not have knees because of playing catcher my whole.
I played soccer. I don't know what you want from me.
Yeah.
There you go.
Diego, also really, really, really good soccer player. Like, really good.
Scheduled PSA.
He's never said it and not had me brag for him.
Listen, you know what? Hey, Diego, how closely do you follow soccer? I can get real niche if you want me to right now.
How niche?
I'm a Swansea City fan. So I'm a Swansea City fan because when I lived in the St. Louis suburbs, I lived in Swansea, Illinois, and they ripped the Swansea City logo as like the town logo. When I decided to follow soccer, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be like the white kid from the rich neighborhood that's like, yeah, I'm a Chelsea fan. Like, I didn't want to be that guy. So I picked a team that at the time was in the Premier League. They have since been relegated. However, they just advanced and they won the semifinal on aggregate 2-1. So go Jacks, and we're going to be absolutely whooping the Premier League next year. So
Okay.
Watford better.
Nice.
There you go. If there's anyone who gives even the slightest of care to English Championship League soccer.
I respect it.
There is your 10 seconds.
Yeah, Watford better. Watford better.
Literally,
You know
not,
what?
though, but
Yeah. I was gonna say, I'm like, I don't know. About
actually,
that.
I don't know. Comparing this, I don't know. What's a toss-up?
Watford literally won the Championships League. I don't know.
That's-
Like
Yeah.
set records. Literally set records for like best defense in the history of the Championships League. Like
Leicester City IMO.
didn't have to play in the playoff, just automatically got So
It's all right,
it's no
could
big
doubt.
deal or anything. We're just out here.
So I do have to say I feel incredibly called out because I just started following soccer,
Big Chelsea.
and
You're a Chelsea fan?
some of my friends told me that I should watch Chelsea, so they were who I started watching.
Okay. All right.
Now you know
yeah.
why.
They were
Yeah,
like, yeah,
see?
like Chelsea, they just got some good young players. Like if you want a team that's going to be pretty good but isn't Man City,
Mhm.
then
And then Rudy. So just true or false? Are you not a white kid from a major city suburb?
I am.
Just-
I am
just-
indeed a white kid.
Okay,
from
well
a
then,
major
yeah.
city
See,
suburb.
there you go.
Well, they also told me to because of Pulisic, so I could, like American player and all.
That's fair. Okay, you know what? Then you're gonna say I want to pick the only American soccer player worth giving
It's actually good.
the slightest brain cell of attention to.
Yeah.
That's understandable. Didn't we not qualify for the Olympics? Not to continue the soccer talk while we're
Yes.
doing
I
this.
know.
Pretty sure.
U.S. soccer is terrible.
Men's.
They're not
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
U.S. men's soccer makes me sick, dude. The women's team just laps them. It's
Literally.
ridiculous.
Well,
Same
so
exact
like,
story for water polo, by the way. But anyway.
Really? Okay. I had a buddy that played water polo in high school. Tough looking sport. I swam as a kid,
I
but
couldn't do it. No way.
I could
no.
never. Yeah.
Nope. U.S. men's water polo team simply cannot.
I'm
compete
sorry,
with the tiny East European nations.
You've got to be kidding me. I'm sorry. Welcome to Cardinals fan gets upset hour. I don't care that Wainwright is throwing a one-hit shutout right now.
Why is he batting?
There's been 0 runs
Why
scored.
is he batting?
Why is he
With
batting?
2 guys on and
Who?
no outs, and he's showing bunt.
Against MVP candidate.
Look
Ryan
how far
Papaya.
in Rizzo's
Literally.
playing.
Jesus Christ.
Literally.
This team, man, I can't.
And you and,
Boo, they're
and,
doing
and
the
Cardinals
wave.
fans laugh at the
Boo.
Royals for hiring Mike Matheny. And then
Hey,
Mike Schultz
hey.
still does this.
Rudy, listen. You know what? Rudy, I laugh at you now, but I'm going to laugh even harder when Tony La Russa gets fired by the White Sox and Mike Matheny gets hired as their manager. That is going to be the
was
single
laughing at Rudy.
funniest.
Oh, what a
No,
play!
no, no. I'm saying I'm laughing at
he's
Rudy
off
now.
the base.
Oh
Wow.
no. No.
You slandered Wayno, and he just got it on first.
Oh my. Oh no.
Yeah, we were right.
Oh, I'm
No
sick.
way.
Oh, I'm
With
disgusted.
no outs.
Hey, noted almost above the Mendoza line career hitter Adam Wainwright. That is
He's out. He's out.
unbelievable.
He's out. He's out.
Is he? Who's saying he's out?
Me.
Oh, is that Scott Bentley that has never missed saying he's out?
He
Yeah.
is definitely out.
that is indeed
Scott
out.
Bentley might not have missed, but David Bodie looks like he missed that tag, man. I don't know.
He
He's
was on the
His foot
bag.
was on the bag. Yeah.
It's a force.
Let me.
He is very clearly out.
It's a force.
If
out.
only the Cubs had if only the Cubs manager would come out to challenge the call. Oh, wait a minute. That should be a rule. If your manager gets ejected, you can't
Well,
challenge
they
it.
already used their challenge.
Yeah,
Was he?
he's out. He's definitely out.
Yeah, but they can't do anything.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no.
That's
way.
an awesome.
Well, yeah, they
No
can.
way.
No, the umpires can initiate a call, right? But I don't think that they can.
But it's after the 7th. You
Is
can
it
challenge
7th or
anything,
the
right?
8th?
It's after the
After the
7th,
so
so it's
in
the
the-
And
8th,
it's the
Oh,
seventh
so
now.
they
Yeah.
Oh.
and it's
That's
bottom
bad.
7. So
Remember how I said the Cardinals are going to hit a sack fly and like Edmundo Sosa is going to score
But
it?
hey, you said that it would be Tommy
You
Edman.
said batter.
Bader hit.
Bader hit.
Well, that's
Edmund
probably-
scores. You said Edmund scores it.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Whatever. Who's hitting right now? Is it Edmund? This is
Yeah.
a classic. Tommy Edmonds going to hit a ground ball that hits off somebody's
Yeah,
glove.
so I'm really glad the Cubs blew their challenge earlier in the game on an infield single with that like barely would have mattered anyway. But so was that actually reviewed or no?
No,
It was
they
not.
didn't.
No,
They just let it
couldn't.
go.
Well, they couldn't.
I'll call that a blown call. That's a for sure. He probably most definitely.
It is very obviously a blown call.
Well,
What do you
no,
mean
but the
Alex called
question
it a
is,
blown
does
call?
the blown call affect the game? And until that guy scores, that's an unanswered question.
I mean, like the
Yeah,
only
but
way
how
they're
does
getting
this
out of this is like
how does he not score?
yeah.
you strike this guy out and then ground to a double play. That's not that ridiculous to
Maybe,
not score
maybe
here.
you do have MVP candidate
Or
Ryan
just-
Tepera on the mound. He's about to give a hit by
Right.
pitch to
Ground ball back
Drive
to the
the ball.
pitcher.
Don't show me-
Also, just in general, it might not even be something you can do till the end because if the Cubs end up winning, then it also doesn't matter.
Yeah. Was that even a question?
I don't know. I mean, it depends
It
on
always
depends on how you define not mattering.
Yeah.
Then, really, but
right for sure. For sure.
for sure.
Woo!
Oh, Ryan
Oh,
Tepera
yeah.
strike challenge, please! I'm begging
Okay.
you.
I mean,
Ryan Tepera, MVP vote getter. You'd think he'd
No
get the
kidding.
strike zone.
you
Sure.
think that an MVP would be able to hit the strike zone?
Has literally received an MVP vote.
That is how you don't score there,
Is it triple play? Triple play?
by the way. No.
Oh,
No.
No, just throw it. Yeah, that's what I just said it could happen. Like he's gonna throw the
Yeah,
ball
yeah.
home, and force out at home.
Yeah. Oh man,
And
this
now
was like if
double
this was like
play and in.
if this was like 2 or 3 years ago, I'd be so concerned because the Cardinals used to have like about 1.5 competent hitters in a lineup. Shout out 2019
What
NLCS.
he used to have.
The
Excuse
St.
me?
Louis C asterisk Cardinals are 0-8 tonight with runners
Wow.
in scoring position.
That's a
Yeah, well,
Now Goldschmidt's up though, who
that-
apparently I've been told is better than like Luke Voigt. So
he is. So
hopefully he,
how many
actually-
top 5 MVP finishes does Luke Voigt have? Exactly.
Well, Luke Voigt's been like a starter for like a year and a half to what,
Yeah.
2 years? Like that's
Not
not
even.
exactly.
fair,
Exactly.
but
I don't
Shout
know
out-
what you're trying to.
Shout out.
prove.
I don't know either. I'm just rolling with it, Diego. Shout out. I was gonna say shout out former Yankees legend Greg Bird.
Greg, oh my gosh, they might actually not score a run. That's a pop out. We now have 2 outs.
This is the face. This is if you guys want to witness like pure pain. Well, no, actually, you know who's coming up is man who's playing
Like
for
how
free
they
this
keep
season.
Updating that fun stat with their stats with runners in scoring position. They update it every time they don't score.
Totally.
runs.
Yeah,
Now-
that's I really enjoy
I
that.
appreciate
Yeah, me
that.
too. Yeah.
Oh, and
I-
it's all down to Nato too. Oh,
NATO.
just fantastic.
sorry. Nice to know that I might inadvertently end up on the ESPN Monday Night Baseball broadcast.
Man,
Though, really
I gotta
excited.
say, all these Cubs
Yes.
fans that are like really excited in the stands right now are still a little too excited for my liking when they have the bases loaded and Arenado at the plate.
Yeah. Woo! Oh my gosh, an MVP caliber player. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Why are you not swinging the baseball bat?
Scott, don't even get me started. This team is full of players that take until they hit strike one. Dylan Carlson being a criminal offender of this. My favorite Dylan Carlson at bat is when he takes 0-1, takes 0-2, fouls off a pitch, looks at ball one, and then Ks. It's awful, and he's done it like maybe
Once
not
a day
maybe
for
not
every
quite
day.
to 10 times, but it's it's terrible. And every time
Oh,
Oh no, I have no idea what's coming. Oh god, I'm sick. Oh no.
Wow.
strike 2.
No, wait, hold on. Strike 2 with
Now,
Alfonso
now, if
Rodriguez.
anyone clipped earlier, Carson was saying that the umps are really good at their jobs and deserve no slander. That was actually said by
He
Carson
did.
like
He
2
did.
innings
He
ago.
did.
oh
Wow.
Lord in heaven,
Wow.
that is yeah. That's about a Subway sandwich off the strike zone.
What kind
Oh,
of sandwich this
Lord.
matters?
That was not even close to being a strike.
Yeah.
No.
Listening to a Cardinals fan complain about baseball has me seething. Ethan, I'm complaining about my own team. All right, I'm slandering Dylan Carlson, who I'm a huge defender of. So I feel like there's got to be
Let's do
something
Andrew
cathartic
Chafin.
in that.
Andrew Chafin.
Here we go.
I love
1-2 pitch.
in terms of players
Thank you.
who my affection for has grown since becoming a Cub. Andrew Chafin is probably top 2, and he's
I just
likely
love
not
Andrew
to.
Chafin.
If he is 2 though, who would be number 1?
That's a good question, and so that's why he's probably
Because
not 2.
the answer,
Andrew Chafin.
the only acceptable answer should be Eric Sogard because he wears glasses on the field and that's incredible.
No, Eric Sogard disgusts me.
That's terrible. If you wear, I'll go on the record right now. If you wear spectacles of any kind on the field, you deserve to win MVP.
Wow.
His
that's
wife,
so-
His wife does not deserve anything in this world.
His wife tweets like she's married to Mike Trout, not Eric Sogard.
That's what it takes,
That's
though,
my
man.
favorite tweet.
It's got to be your biggest. The significant other's got to be the biggest supporter. Come on now. I'm a fan of that. You know who else's wife? If we're talking about wives that that do like a realistically good job of defending their
Have you
husband,
heard
it's
me
Kyle
talk
Seager.
about Diego's soccer career? I feel like that's textbook.
He
Yeah.
does talk about
True.
it a lot.
No, but
At
Kyle
least
Seager.
once a week.
Kyle Seager's wife does a great job of making sure
Yeah.
respect gets put on his name
Well,
She
because especially after-
Castellanos, girlfriend, wife, whatever. Also,
yeah,
very outspoken.
I mean, if we're talking about guys I hate, Nick Castellanos is high on the list.
That's a drive to deep left.
I mean, I don't even really care about that take. He slandered us on his way out, so that's fine.
no.
Diego, I just want to apologize for some of the comments. I don't know if I'll be doing another HotMic Diamond Digest broadcast as there's a deep drive in the left field by Nolan Arenado. That'll make it. No, I'm kidding. That'll make it.
For a ball game.
Carson Doobie having a thing for Eric Gagne? Absolutely, dude. Eric Gagne was a beast. I miss. You know what? That's the only part about like the analytic baseball that I miss. I miss like 60. Not obviously. There's the. I miss like a 55 save closer. That was tight.
Oh.
Like when K-Rod was just out there throwing
Tigers
with
legend.
frayed ligaments. That was an incredible time.
K-Rod.
Francisco Rodriguez, K-Rod.
Jeez.
Wait, who is your guys' closer? He had like 50 saves, but his ERA was like 7 for the Tigers. Who was that back in the day?
Sounds like
In
K-Rod.
85? Oh no!
No,
He was no. Never mind.
Did you?
Never mind.
I'm sorry. Did you just slander an MVP?
No, I did not.
Oh my God,
I
who was
don't
that?
know. I mean, like Jose Valverde had a 100% save percentage, so like he didn't
Yeah,
have
that
a
might be
7.
who I'm thinking
He
of.
had like a 3.
No, was it Valverde? Oh,
This is
Todd
such a
Jones. But like again, his was probably in the mid 3s. I don't know if he ever had 7. I know you're exaggerating a little bit. I'm trying to think of
yeah.
like
I'm trying to think.
who-
It was like I want to say. Oh,
I mean, Todd Jones, Jose Valverde, Joaquin Benoit.
might have been
It's probably
Benoit.
Benoit.
Might have been Benoit.
Benoit was really, as a setup man, had a sub 2 ERA, and then once he got named the closer, was absolutely dog water. So,
You dog. What are your bad?
dog, you're knocked. You're knocked.
You're not.
Oh,
Literally.
strikes him out.
And the
I haven't seen
Cardinals
it yet.
don't score.
Bases loaded. No.
Every day.
and
Every
no-
day. I'm waiting for my.
let's go!
DM from Will.
And that's
Arvin.
why he got an MVP vote last year.
That's right. He's clutch. He is clutch.
Hey, you know what? You know what? Silver lining. I got the trivia question. The prediction about a run being scored. So there's a little something I can.
Tigers just optioned Jacoby Jones, by the way.
Ooh.
Nice,
What
dude.
was called Victor Reyes?
Aw.
How is he more upset about Victor Reyes getting called up than me about NATO striking out right there?
Because Scott is Detroit baseball Twitter. Detroit Twitter.
Detroit
Scott
hitter.
is Detroit
Scott-
Twitter.
Scott, can we on the Diamond Digest merch? Can we get a t-shirt to Scott Bentley versus everybody? I would love a Scott Bentley versus everybody t-shirt.
It's coming right after the Bentley home renovations. We're huge ceilings and floors guys.
I love that one. I still want a shirt that just says "Go Baseball." Like,
Oh my
I
God!
almost
Yeah,
put that on my
Uh,
grad cap.
just got the DM from Will Arvin. I'm absolutely disgusted.
Ethan Fisher, nobody mentioned Joakim Soria, but I actually was thinking about Joakim Soria, so I think you might have read my mind, is what just happened.
Both these
Eighth inning
It's not
trivia.
Benoit.
8th inning trivia?
Yeah.
both of
Both
the
of
two
the
pitchers
two
with an
pitchers-
xERA over 5. Select one. 2 possible correct answers for points. Hint: qualified pitcher still applies, and one of these pitchers do not qualify.
This is literally not even a question.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
not a
What?
question.
What?
Both of the two pitchers with an X. Select one. 2 possible.
Okay, yeah. So
I'm so confused.
So
Someone
maybe-
explain this to me like I'm 5.
okay, so
Okay,
earlier we talked about the 2 pitchers with the xERA over 5, right?
Yes.
Just click on one of the names. That is one of those 2 guys. We definitely talked about like openly.
I'm
then
sorry.
I get it right. Cool.
Who is the person who selected Jack Flaherty? That feels offensive.
Nate Temple.
Nate Temple.
That feels offensive.
New trivia, even though it was kind of answered, I absolutely answered it. It was more than kind of answered.
We definitely did. Like,
Can I also just say, somebody explain to me like I'm 5. Yeah, I'm sorry. I should let Diego take that one. He's the one who's going to be a teacher.
I just did.
Yeah.
We say names earlier. Click name now.
Ah.
Yes.
Now
yes.
now it's all.
Yes.
Yes.
0 for 10 with runners in scoring position.
You know what's funny?
Look, I'm sorry. I'm sure Matthew Penn is still here in the chat to be like, oh, remember when the Cardinals offense was terrible in the 2019 NLCS?
It still is now.
But it's, as I'm gonna say, nothing has changed. We just have one more player that can actually, get a hit when it counts.
One more
And
player to
we-
disappoint
we
you
all-
when he doesn't get a hit.
we
when it
all-
counts.
Strike out when the bases are loaded.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, well, my prodigal son Dylan Carlson's out because his back hurts. So
I just want to point out, Adam Wainwright got on base that inning, and 3 guys who were paid to hit the ball didn't do it correctly.
3 guys.
Also 2 of the best hitters on the team.
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Not 2 of the best, Scott. The 2 best hitters on the team.
Sorry, I worded that poorly. The top 2, 1 and 2 best hitters on the team came up with bases loaded 1 out and bases loaded 2 outs, and they scored 0 runs.
Scott, can you tell me who the 2 best hitters currently are in the Detroit Tigers and the major league roster?
I think one is
wait, is this like my
Diego. Oh no.
I'd say like your
Oh,
opinion
no.
slash.
Scott
What did you say,
Elliott.
Diego?
Here it comes.
honestly the first best player is the second one is Mother. So
Sure. That's honestly like she'd probably be like in the top 4.
I think Scott's mom could definitely hit like 6th or 7th for the Tigers.
Yeah,
I'd say.
I that's probably accurate.
Oh, Ian.
So the 2 best hitters.
Like Robbie Grossman and like Castro, maybe not Willie.
No,
who's the,
Actually, I'm pretty confident that it's Robbie Grossman and Jeimer Candelario
Yeah,
for sure.
oh, I forgot
Robbie
about. Dude,
Grossman
I like Candelario.
noted more walks in his Tigers tenure than.
So now now that Victor Reyes is back in the majors, that becomes an actual race again.
Electric.
Because when he went back down, obviously that got paused. But yes, Victor Reyes has been in the major league since 2018, 18, 19, 20, 21. Been on the league for 4 different seasons, and has less career walks than Robbie Grossman does in a Tigers uniform this season alone.
That's incredible.
Well, so you say
Also, I
you
just
say the race is back on. If Grossman walks like 3 more times, Reyes is never passing him again.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
just
For
saw-
sure.
It's a quote unquote
Like literally, he
race.
can end the race tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just saw Peyton saying that he's going to schedule the next Cardinals Nationals. Already finished season series. Yeah, Matthew, good job already knowing that the Nationals are for sure. Yeah. I don't know why Carson feels the need to slander a team better than his. Because I'm a Cardinals fan, and 90% of our fan base does it in a really annoying, passive-aggressive way. So I just do it in a
So
way.
does
Yeah,
that,
I was gonna say neither of those teams are making the playoffs, so really not.
excuse me.
not something to
Excuse
worry
me. I'm
about.
sorry. Your division-winning St. Louis Cardinals. You know what? Someone can clip this right now. All right. I'll say this right now. If the Cardinals don't win the NL Central in at least 3 of the next 5 years, I will wear a Nationals jersey of Matthew's choice and go to a game.
You are putting.
I'll put that out
That
there
is
right
such
now.
a long time frame. Like,
Yeah,
who's
I
going to
don't
be paying
think-
attention to this in 2026?
It depends on how petty he is, but I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
That's way too long of a timeline, my guy.
Okay, all right, so fine. All right, 2 of the 3, including this year, or should I? You know what? Or do I have to be bold enough and say the next 3 years guaranteed?
That is definitely bold. It has been clipped, Peyton says.
Clip it. All right, fine.
Flipped.
I already said at least 3 of the next 5, so it might as well be the next 3. That gives the Pirates enough time to rebuild. Just do this year. Yeah, Matthew, that's a guarantee. I'm not
Okay,
even
I
kidding.
don't-
I guarantee the
So,
Cardinals.
I
win
don't
division
know
this
what
year.
David Bodie was looking for there. I really don't.
Probably a ball.
But it
Probably
wasn't.
probably like a white ball with like red stitching to like Major League Baseball on it.
It was kind of like this. Just a
It
little
looks
bit,
just like that.
He said like
He
this.
said, "Oh, you're looking for Diego." I said we're looking for a baseball, not a gun, dude. Jeez, get out of the way. Are you allowed to have that?
Fire.
This is streaming on Twitch, dude. I don't think we're allowed to be showing off. I don't even think we should have weapons like that.
Ovation for Wayno as he walks off the field. 8 shutout innings against their biggest
One hit
rival.
Yeah.
ball.
Can't
Oh,
get too much better.
Hell
than
of a
that.
start.
Dude, oh,
Hell
this
of a start.
Beltron. The fact that they showed the Beltron curveball clip just now. Oh, that is the sweetest. That tastes so good.
It tastes so.
No, okay, look. I'll dive a little deep into. Okay, Peyton. Here's why. Okay, first of all, Cardinals and Mets. My mom was, a teenager in the '80s. That was a real rivalry. Was Cardinals Mets. All right, number 1. Number 2. When Carlos Beltran was in Houston, he owned us. So for Wainwright to come in like that and just abuse him on 3 straight pitches is incredible. So that lives in my heart for forever. Also, they didn't show the clip in this. Noted first ballot Hall of Famer Yadier Molina homered in the top of the 9th of that inning to put us in that position. So
Okay.
That's cool, man.
Okay.
it's a very deep Cardinals. Yeah, I'm just fully
Also,
going
the
on.
Knicks lost today, so that's fun.
Oh wow.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, they lost to the Hawks.
What seed are the Knicks? Are they? Are they 4? I thought so.
Yeah, they have home court. Yeah.
The Garden. I honestly, man, I root for whatever team Derrick Rose is on. I hope Derrick Rose balls out. So I hope.
So
the
you were a
Knicks-
Pistons fan for a hot minute?
I'm a Pacers fan. If we're talking basketball,
That's
so
disgusting.
Yeah.
So,
okay. This
Let's
is
go,
also,
Rocks, baby.
This is where I say
the universe really does not want us to be friends. Is basically
before
what is happening.
before I lived in St. Louis, I live in Indianapolis. So those are football.
Colts
We
fan?
beat the Bears. We beat the Bears in the Super Bowl, Scott. So do
Oh,
I?
you're a Colts fan?
Yes.
Okay, we can bond over that. Andrew Luck's one of
Okay.
my favorite athletes ever.
Okay.
So, like,
Okay. There we
Andrew
go.
Luck's
I have
fantastic.
no ill will towards any the Colts at
How do
all.
you feel about Carson
Being-
Wentz?
Great name. Being a Colts fan usually softens the blow after I tell people I'm a Cardinals fan. I'm
Yes,
like it's
that's
St.
fine.
Louis and Indianapolis. So like I'm like a Cardinals, and then I'm like, and I always mention second, I'm like a Cardinals, Colts, and then I'm like a Blues and Pacers. Like I always mention to be like, it's up there too. Cardinals and Phillies each missed the playoffs for the next 10 straight years. Matthew, the Phillies have already missed the playoffs for 10 straight years, and the Cardinals have not. So, that's really it's really a one-way street there.
Yeah.
Although he did just, prop up Andrew Luck. You know what? When he announced he was retiring, I was at a Cubs AAA game in Des Moines, and I got the notification, and then 8 seconds after I got the notification, my phone died. So then
Wow.
I got back to the hotel, plugged in, and I had like 30 texts from my friends being like, LMFAO! And I was like, that's brutal.
Yeah.
It's brutal that I just had to read all that at once.
Yeah.
Andrew Luck got so little respect from Colts fans when he retired.
Hey, I just want to say, look. We have a close ball game here in the last 2 innings, so we'll get back to it. But
Probably.
I threw up on Twitter in January.
Just vomited.
I posted the video of Luck getting booed off the field the day he retired, and I said I will never forgive Colts fans for the rest of my life for booing this man off the
Yes, I
field due
remember
to
that.
an injury.
Yeah.
And for the next week, I had Colts fans in my replies
I remember
DMing
this.
like sending me like threats, like just like you're an idiot, like it was the heat of the moment. No one like he quit on this effing team. Like you're like dude. Like
Listen,
people were furious.
I remember that.
Scott, you gotta remember. Scott, you gotta remember. These are people that live in Indiana. Okay, so let's take that into consideration when we're thinking about that is the single most monumental thing that has ever happened in their lives. Right behind when Indiana almost beat Ohio State this year in college. Okay, so like and then we have then there's like the Reggie Miller, dunking on Spike Lee. So like that. That's like top 3 things that have ever happened in that state. Like, I'll go easy on the fans. It was still silly to do that though. Like he was literally crying at the press conference for 40 straight minutes. I don't know how you have any negative opinion on him.
Yeah.
Exactly. Andrew Luck deserves to be one of the most respected athletes. And he's not, and it's sad.
I think it's also like when professional athletes, I think we hold this expectation that when guys leave the game that they're still supposed to like give something to it. I think it's really hard for like Scott, like Barry Sanders is a great example where
Calvin, more recently.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah. Like I think that there's an expectation that you're supposed to continue to give to the game afterwards, and it's like there's no when you retire from your job, you don't keep showing up at work to be like,
right.
I really loved working here.
Yeah.
Some guys just didn't, and I think that's something that gets kind of held over people's heads unfairly. I think Mike Trout is a candidate where that could 100% happen to. I think when he retires, he's going to disappear.
Yeah, and I think it applies to sports too, which is unfair because everyone's like, there's so many people that are like, well, I would love to be in that situation, but you don't know, like, and especially the mental aspect of being injured, like that's
right.
It's so difficult to face.
It was a neck injury. It's not like he like twisted his ankle.
Yeah.
Like he had a severe neck problem.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the thing too. Like, it's people were like, well, when he tweaked his calf while snowboarding, it's like, yeah, he was on vacation from his job.
Yeah.
Like there's this expectation that it's like
he can have hobbies.
Right. It's such a there's such a that old white guy mentality of
sure.
Like you gotta show up to clock in and clock out every day as an athlete. No, in the words of my papa, no hot dog in it.
No hot dog.
No hot dog.
No hot dog. And it's like they're allowed to be people.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Absolutely.
For sure.
And that's the thing. It's like we strip. I think if there's a lesson to be learned, it's don't strip away the humanity of the people on your favorite teams.
Yeah.
To get cheesy here.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
For sure.
James,
No.
This isn't the end of the broadcast. I should have waited until the game.
Until the ninth.
Well,
It's like nice heartfelt message.
Wasn't that it was kind of on social media a little bit too when Ohio State lost in the tournament this year. Like people were just berating their team and some of their players.
Death threats.
And that one guy tweeted, he's like, "What did I ever do to deserve this?"
Yeah, that
I literally got you here.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think Io DeSumo for Illinois tweeted out when they lost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Big Ten had a poor showing in March. I was very upset about that.
Yeah.
Hey, Justin Williams, the one outfielder with talent we have not traded away for 4 rocks and like a ball of lint.
Yeah, Carson, it's funny because Iowa's probably the most we could agree on sports teams, and I only support Iowa if they're not playing Iowa State.
Hawks by a million. What do you mean if they're not playing Iowa?
I'm like primary Iowa State, and then because my dad was Iowa State, my mom was Iowa, right? So I'm Iowa State first and foremost, but then I'll cheer for Iowa any other time.
So you're horribly wrong and don't love your mom? Like what happened? What did you what? You willingly looked at Iowa State football and was like, this team gets rolled over by 50 against everyone they play every year. For a century.
Are you talking about? Are you talking about the 2021 PlayStation Fiesta Bowl champion Iowa State football team? Is that
are you talking about the? Hey, I was a freshman. No, I take that back. I was in 8th grade the last time Iowa State beat Iowa.
Has it been that long?
Yes, It has been that long.
Yeah. Well, Carson, what school do you go to?
I am a 1-week graduate of the University of Iowa, but I'm also going there for grad school. So, yeah, thank you. I'm very
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I love my Hawks, man. I was there. If you guys remember on Twitter, seeing the clip of the two Iowa State players running into each other with a minute to go, and I was there in person for that,
Yeah.
and I cackled like a mad scientist movie villain for like 10 minutes straight, because that's the most Iowa State way to lose.
Yeah.
You guys were getting the ball back with like a minute and a half. You have a way better offense, and then, oop.
Oop. Yeah. Oop. Oop is right.
And everyone's like, "Oh, Matt Campbell, such a great coach. Oh, we won the Fiesta Bowl. We should have been in the playoffs." It's like, y'all cannot beat a team of like corn-fed white kids in Iowa City every year.
They didn't play this year though.
That is true, and I'm very thankful. And I'm going to be honest, this year is the only year for the next decade you guys have a legitimate chance of beating us. So, best of luck,
see
but
about that.
I please no.
Best of luck, but also I wish you no luck whatsoever.
Best of luck, but Hawks by 1,000,000.
Well,
I mean, also like, can you really trash a university that we like do the wave to our children's hospital, and it's just
iconic. I
only
love
acceptable
that so
wave in sports.
True.
Yes,
True.
100%. You know what's cool
Absolutely.
is I don't put it on my like real job as resume, but technically, because the University of Iowa won like an ESPY for like sportsmanship, I was at the game where they did the very first one.
Oh.
So technically,
You're an ESPY
ESPY winner on stream. Yeah, just saying.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's a claim. That's certainly a claim.
I was the.
Hey, I mean, I was
there when they did the first one.
I was Time Person of the Year in 2006, so.
So was
Hey,
I. So was I.
Wait, Scott, weren't you also Time Person of the Year 2006?
I was 7, but yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
More recent winner. More recent winner, actually.
Gotcha.
So.
Oh, the obvious shirts are showing Andrew Chafe in his Field
The
Starter
Field
shirt.
Starter has to be the single best obvious shirt that exists.
We are headed into the 9th inning in a 0-0 baseball game.
Correct.
Yeah.
Man,
Electric.
man.
Kim Sheriff's got aggressive at the end of that strikeout, by the way, for no reason.
Yeah.
Like,
Ugh. No, yeah, I do love the Andrew Chafin merch. I saw a great tweet. I don't know if you guys, I think you guys would 100% agree with this. Someone said, I would love a show where it was just centered on like a sitcom about like being in the
Cubs
MLB bullpen. Not just the Cubs, just any MLB bullpen.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
yeah,
that
I
would
saw
be
that.
incredible.
Definitely the Cubs bullpen specifically.
it was about the Cubs bullpen
Oh, was
specifically.
it? Okay.
Yeah, because I saw this tweet too.
Because
because-
yeah.
The Cubs bullpen does some fun stuff.
Yeah, and
Yeah, they
especially
had
after
that
they
like
moved.
battle with the Diamondbacks bullpen. I remember
That
that.
was
That was like a
fun.
That was
10-minute
fun.
There was
long
one
back
with
and
the
forth. That was
Diamondbacks, and I think
great.
there was also one with the Brewers. I want to say.
I don't want to give the Brewers any credit for anything. So,
Yeah, that's fair. I respect that.
does either team score a run in the 9th? Yeah, I'll root for a walk-off. Harrison Bader hits the walk-off home run. I don't know. I want to put something on this.
Everyone
'Cause-
wants this game to be over, dude. It's a unanimous yes so far.
Matthew said, has a Sunday Night Baseball game ever been 0-0 into the 9th? I feel like it's always 10-8.
Yeah.
I feel like we've never had like a
Oh,
0-0
Scott
game
wants
going
this to
nine.
go to extras.
Well, I'll take the 75 points that no one else gets if it does.
That's fair. Scott's playing the game, man.
Scott's betting against the odds.
Damn right.
Known trailblazer, Scott Bentley.
Damn right, baby.
This is why we need the
Land
t-shirt.
Shark.
This is the t-shirt. This is why we need a t-shirt of Scott Bentley versus everybody. This is literally
right.
directly
That's right.
applicable
That's it.
right now.
I would 100% buy it.
On the shirt is just Peyton, Ethan, 5 others say yes, and no is just Scott Bentley. And that's on the shirt. It
Yep.
says Scott Bentley versus everybody.
Someone in the Discord banter put up the like never tell me the odds, but throw Scott's face onto it.
Never tell me the
So definitely something we definitely used to do a lot. We're like make that into a T-shirt, and we ask someone to design a T-shirt for it, and like that's where
trivia?
New trivia? Another new trivia.
the Bentley fourth. and
Name the
ceiling.
current
Nailed it. I nailed
former
it in 2
Cub
seconds.
from this list that was not a top 10 pick in an MLB draft.
Oh.
Shout out the other person that has it right.
Interesting.
It's gotta be. Shit. Excuse me.
Can I just say it's absolutely absurd that one of these people was a top 10 pick?
Oh, then that makes it so easy for me.
Yeah. That was light work.
You just made it so much easier for me.
I said that one of these people
Yeah,
is.
well, I knew the other two.
Yeah.
That
I
makes it
knew the
easier
other
for
two
you?
were.
Oh.
Yeah, I was pretty sure, but not 100%. And
Yeah.
then,
As a catcher.
Yeah.
okay, we'll make it
Matthew
more
Pat
obvious.
got it wrong.
Matthew Pan, the only person that has gotten it wrong, by the way.
Shout out Noah Nash.
We spent-
You
Future,
wanna
yeah,
talk
future
about a
Nat Josh
trailblazer.
Donaldson.
You want to talk about a trailblazer?
We spent like 10 minutes last week talking about the fact that Albert Almora was a top prospect for the Cubs.
We did.
Oh my God. Oh wow. Okay, so we took Wainwright out apparently. Don't know.
I mean, yeah, it was at like 110 pitches.
Well, Diego, as I said earlier in the broadcast, that's never stopped them before.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I'm not
He
kidding.
went
The last
8
time he threw a complete game shutout, he was at like 119 going into the ninth, and they left him in. And I was
Oh
like,
my god.
why?
Jock has done the weak
He
outfield
went
fly
8
out.
innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 7 Ks.
That's a start and a half.
That's vintage. That's a real start. That's a real start.
It was, in fact, a start that actually occurred. Yes, a real start.
No, you know
Really?
what I mean. My favorite like Adam Wainwright starts are when he goes like 5 innings and gives up like 2 earned runs, but he gave up like 11 hits and like 4 walks. And it's like, how is that mathematically possible that you've allowed that many base runners and only given up 2 runs?
Double plays and such most of the time.
Future Nat.
Yamoth, IMO.
Yamoth.
Yamoth.
Future national. They're gonna sign bugs. They're gonna sign literal insects to play for the Nats.
Chris Bryant home run right here for the lead. Question
Or
mark?
not.
If that happens,
Chris
I
Bryant.
will-
Chris Bryant forehead acne period.
What?
got him.
Knock, dog water. Where'd that come from?
I just always it stems from the fact of being in high school and everyone being like Chris Bryant's the most attractive player in baseball, and I'm like, dog, he still has like prominent acne. Let's not give him that title.
Well, he's 29 now, so I feel like he's got to be beyond that, you know.
You'd hope so.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. If we get another horrendous, I mean fantastic call on the edge of the strike zone, and he
Okay.
throws his helmet in disgust, let's see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chris Bryant for proactive question mark? That's what we need. I'm sorry. I gotta stop.
No, it's I don't remember what they're called, the ones that advertise to me on YouTube now. not proactive anymore.
I don't know. Okay. I mean, I wouldn't know. That's like targeted ads, so I don't know.
Absolutely.
Well,
off tip.
Body bag.
yes, because yes,
I'm so
men's,
sorry.
a men's skincare brand is indeed advertising to a young man. Surprising.
Oh man, I'm crying. Oh. I apologize. That was.
Hey, Carson just said you were ugly. I don't know what to tell you.
It's great too because like Rudy was the one that was like, yeah, let's like a test call and like make sure everything's like all set up right for you. Like he took time out of his day to make sure this would go right for me, and he did not deserve that, man.
Just going at him. Hey, Chris
I'll take
Bryant,
it.
let's
I'll
get on
take
this.
it. I'll take it. Second hit of the
I
night,
don't-
both Chris Bryant. Extend the man for life.
Too expensive.
No, noted largest nose in MLB history, Daniel Descalso.
Hey man, if we're talking about noses, I got no room to talk. Right, I'm gonna sit that conversation out.
Yeah.
I'm lucky. I'm lucky. I'm wearing headphones today too. I look like a Keebler elf with how big my ears are.
Well, now you gotta take your headphones off for like a second.
There you go. Here, can I see? I mean, they're not. I guess
They're
you can
gonna
see.
be all
There you go.
compressed.
There you go. I got some big ears on me.
Okay.
It's all right. I used to make the joke in high school that I got.
Mad Dog's
There
like,
we go.
nope, can't have
Reconnection
this.
Successful. We're back. Apologies
That's-
for the interruption.
It's like I'm surprised that he doesn't get as much hate as he does. He deserves more.
He still gets a lot, rightfully earned.
Yeah.
What's
Well, it's like I said. To Mad Dog he should get like Mike Francesa levels of like what are you talking about, but he doesn't.
True.
All right. Wow. Yeah, there you go. Chris Bryant 2 for 4. Rest of Cubs 0 for 26.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
That'll do her.
This is going to be like the ultimate vindication for Matthew here after I made those comments about Luke Voigt if Gallegos gets taken yard here. That'd be a real tough look for me.
See, it would be like double ultimate vindication if a Chris Bryant single and then Wilson Contreras hit of any kind plates the first run of the game. Because those are the two guys he continually espouses as future Nationals.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
it's funny because like they're not.
So. Yeah.
And he says every single upcoming free agent that's like even remotely good is a future national.
Future national Albert Pujols.
They're gonna have a team of 6 shortstops actually.
That was a great pitch, to be honest with you. That was a great.
That's a fantastic pitch.
Yeah, it was.
Gallegos is a stud, dude. I'm telling you.
Okay, so
we're headed into
suddenly I want extra
bottom
innings.
of the ninth.
Bottom 9.
You know what, Rudy? I know you're a Cubs fan, man, but a walk-off would be great. I'm just gonna say it now. We all know that that's what makes great TV. So
we haven't called a walk-off this season.
Is this might end up being the first stream I have ever done, which is quite a few, where I haven't announced a swing and a drive. I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like you're right.
Wait, Scott, does it go into deep left field? The drive that year?
I mean, it might.
It might. Who knows? There's only one. There's really only one of 3 directions it can go. So
if there's a drive to make it a 4-0 ball game, that would be a sharp left turn from what we've seen so far.
It's a drive in a deep left field, and now I'm making it a 4-0 ball game. I don't know if I'll ever put this headset on again.
Noted. Currently wearing a headset, Diego.
Yep.
Noted. Cute as Diego.
Oh. Massive check swing there. Did he go?
He didn't go.
He didn't go.
Nope.
Appeal?
It's good.
Did not go.
I like getting my mic in the corner here because I got my little buddy.
Yeah, that's nice. When I'm back at school, I'll be sure to show. I have a little microphone buddy at school with me. It's really creepy. So it's this yellow stick figure man, and his head is a USB drive.
Oh.
That's
and
terrifying.
That was like a free giveaway, and I'm like, why would you do this? Like, look how cool this is. I was like, my first week at college, like, look how cool this is. And he just beheaded this dude right in front of me. Like, do you want him? And I'm like, yeah, I guess. Like,
and you've had him for 4 years.
There's nothing on the hard drive. I keep his head on because I'm like, he deserves a good home. He doesn't deserve to be beheaded every 10 seconds as a free giveaway.
I don't think I was given anything my freshman year of college that I still have besides like depression and debt. But
there you go.
Jeez.
Hey, you know what, Diego?
Real,
you know what that means though? That means that you were given things that last. Okay, and it's the lasting memories that you take away.
That's why he's Diamond Digest. Right. Those are the 2 D's.
The DD and Diamond Digest, depression and debt.
That is fantastic. Oh my goodness.
I don't think I've been. No.
Oh,
I got like a diploma now, but
why is Will Irvin with a mustache pitching for the Cubs?
Who's that?
Another Will Irvin?
No.
Oh, yeah, kind of. Yeah, I can
Diego, also, if it makes you feel any better, I haven't even gotten my diploma yet.
Neither have I. I haven't actually gotten it yet. They gave me a cover.
Yeah, I have a lovely leather pad folio that I'll totally flex. Yeah, I'd have to.
All the way back there.
Like I said,
we support our college graduates. That's right.
Hey. You guys want to know something incredible about my seat? I did not purchase a single text my senior year.
Dub.
No, not all 4 years.
Dub.
When we went online.
Doesn't even matter.
Oh,
Dub.
God.
Dub.
Yeah, I didn't purchase a textbook, I think, my last year either.
Oh.
Noted. See, so
Matthew, you just put that in Banter. You've earned my respect. Scott, go check Banter right now. I think you'll like what you see.
I'm a massive fan of players that wear the number 13, and I've got to say that effect is almost entirely neutralized by the fact that Matt Carpenter wears the number 13.
I was gonna say, don't ever. If Matt Carpenter, I swear to God, if Matt Carpenter hits a walk-off home run here, you're gonna see the most. I won't even smile.
I hope I'm shutting down the stream the instant it happens. If I hear,
this is great.
If I hear Scott,
this is great because I'm on a delay.
If I hear out of Scott's mouth,
swing.
If I hear stream done, down, gone.
Wait,
dude,
why? Because it's
if
the
Matt,
this
Matt
is
Carpenter
even better.
hits it,
Yeah.
if it's off Matt Carpenter's bat.
Got you.
Because I'm on like a slight delay. I'm like a pitch behind you guys. That'd be even funnier because I'm just gonna be left with a call-ended screen, and I'll be like, oh well, I guess I know what happened.
Because I think Scott's like maybe like 5 seconds before me and Rudy.
Yeah.
I think Rudy and I are on the same like pitch and everything. And I think you might be behind us.
Yeah, I think I am a little bit. Because I'm doing it off the old laptop because it was either that both rooms with a television. I was either going to be stuck down in the basement with, zero internet, or I was going to be in my family room. I didn't want like my sister coming home and just being like, "What are you doing? Like, is this your baseball thing?" Yes, my baseball thing. Shh, go away.
Yes, this is my baseball thing. No,
this is my baseball thing. No one else's. Please, Mr. Digest was my father. Call me Diamond.
Mr. Digest is my father.
Mr. Digest.
I definitely put Diamond Digest as like a reference when I was applying to my last job, and I don't think they asked for a specific.
It's on my resume. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's on mine. It's like half my resume. I hope you know.
I have not had to apply to a job where I need to put it on there, but it's definitely listed on my LinkedIn, which I think is the most.
There you go.
The most formal form of acknowledgement there.
Oh, if you have a LinkedIn and you have not connected with Evan Alvarez yet, he's gonna hound you for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Evan Alvarez, I apologize. I will connect. I'll connect with.
Where has he been? Where is Evan?
I don't know, man.
I'll just you know what I'll do? I'll just drop my LinkedIn in the banter and just say just go connect.
He will. He absolutely will tag Evan in it.
Evan is a massive LinkedIn fan.
My only LinkedIn flex is that Foolish Baseball and I are connections on LinkedIn because he tweeted out at like 2 a.m. Hey, can you guys endorse my skills on LinkedIn? I'll like connect and add you back. And so I like endorsed him for like something random, and like he did the same thing, and I was like, hey, by the way, you make good content. Thanks.
I did not think Matt Carpenter was an only left-handed hitter.
He should try hitting right-handed. He might hit over like 100.
Like I don't.
He should try retiring.
Remember that time when he was like a semi-MVP conversationist?
Yeah, 2013.
2013.
You guys remember the salsa?
No, it was like 18 or 19. He had a really hot.
Yeah, because he made the Cubs. Yeah, he absolutely like orphaned the Cubs. 6 for 6 with like 3 home runs in the game, and then like the next day he hit like 3 more. I was like, all right.
And then he
came out.
There was some narrative about his salsa.
I was about to say, I'm like that just feels like a very lightly coded way of saying steroids, where it was like. Because it was like, oh, he started eating this salsa and magically he hits 35 home runs that year. And I'm like, it can't. I'm like, yeah, and Barry Bonds just changed his diet.
Oh, wow, look, it's salsa with PCP in
it. What are these little chunks in the salt? Don't worry about it.
It's tomato. Don't worry about it.
Matt, why is it every time I try to eat your salsa in the locker room, I end up with a needle in my ass? Is that part of the...
Don't worry. It's bro.
Shout out former Cardinal Mark McGuire for that one. That's my favorite. Is like Jose Canseco made all those allegations. Like they were just. That's my favorite. The steroid eras. People would come out and give like hyper specific allegations about exactly how they gave steroids to people. And they'd be like, "It's not true," and I'm like, "Dog." I'm like, "There's way too much detail you're giving me here for it to not be like."
Yeah.
They'll be like, "It was 63 degrees on a cold April morning."
You know who could write something like that completely made up? Evan.
Yep.
He has, and he will. Ask Evan to give you a hypothetical one of these days.
Yeah.
They're wild. Is he the one that did the Dodgers Bauer? That's why he got the big contract, or is that someone else?
No, that wasn't Evan. That was.
Oh, that was
Thatcher.
That was I thought it was Huff. Was it Thatcher?
Oh, it's one of those two.
No, I think it was Thatcher. I think it was Thatcher.
I think it's Thatcher.
I think it was Thatcher too.
Because it was the very first podcast this year. It was me, Huff, and Thatcher with Waz.
Yeah, I think it was
Thatcher.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite conspiracies ever, and he just literally pulled it out of his ass just for fun.
I'm like, it could be legit.
Yeah, sick.
I'd believe it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Here we go, full count. please just crank this.
No,
Chafin.
no, I'm disgusted.
I want my hair to look like
Matt-
that. Yeah, just-
No, I'm playing Rudy.
No, don't do that to me. Don't, Scott. Don't get my hopes up like that. Come on.
Oh, it's a wash.
I'm
That it
disgusted
was.
anyway.
Yeah, you still
Don't
put him
worry, Andrew Chafin still is the best looking guy on either of these teams.
They hand you a free out and
That
you
means
walk him.
that means by proxy, Will Arvin is the most good-looking guy that we have at Diamond Digest.
Don't hate the take.
That's not hate. That's not hate. That's a good-looking man right there.
No, I don't hate the take.
on. All right, now we got top of the lineup.
I think Will isn't Will also like really tall?
So
Yeah.
So here's the Buster only tweet, right? 12 minutes
God.
ago. Adam Wainwright got 31 called strikes tonight.
Okay.
The
That was it.
The most for any major league pitcher in any game this year.
Nice.
Wow.
That was it.
31 called
Man.
strikes, and you ask, is
Well,
that it?
it all comes down to Mr. I'm worse than Luke Boyd.
You know what? This feels like a classic. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Classic
Mr.
So-
backwards cape.
So hold on. So someone asked in the chat what the Bauer conspiracy was. So just for context, so one of our White Sox writers, Thatcher,
Thatcher Zalewski.
he has a theory, and there is no merit to this. There
No
is
evidence
no
whatsoever.
evidence whatsoever.
Also, Kimball coming in
This
this
is
game. by the way.
literally he pulled it
Oh.
out of his ass,
Oh.
and it was Kimbrel's
Incredible.
by the
I
way.
actually I kind of like this bullpen management here. But anyway.
Okay.
So Trevor Bauer, his theory is the reason that Trevor Bauer got such ridiculous AAV is because him and Luba approached the Dodgers with an invisible, undetectable foreign substance that that they would provide to the entire Dodgers pitching staff. And then you look at their spin rate this year, and the top 4 pitchers in spin rate this
All
season
Dodgers
are
starters.
Dodgers.
No, you.
One of them is Bauer, and
Bauer's the top, I
so
believe.
No, look,
that is his theory.
No, there's like some legitimate merit to the idea because Bauer has like essentially claimed, like talked about that, and there's I think there's a legitimate claim to say that Bauer has probably developed a substance that no one else uses, like the exact percentages of substances that he has. I'm fully willing to get behind that. I also think though.
Ask Thatcher
So,
about it. It's a
How
trip.
much?
I
how
also
much is
think
that
that-
actually worth, though?
Apparently,
At
40
least,
minutes.
do you know what it is? Here's what it is. It's at least enough to make sure that for the next 2 or 3 years, he makes more money than Garrett Cole does on average.
Yeah.
That is what it was worth.
Yeah.
Whatever the difference is in salary, that's exactly what he put the value at as.
Yep.
Because that theory, I absolutely believe the theory that Bauer and Cole just have legitimate beef.
Oh yeah, there's no shot they don't.
Yeah.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Well, you tough that Garrett Cole's on the Yankees now because I'm sure
Ethan has dropped about approximately 8 Pirates legends in chat tonight.
dude, I
All
can't.
right.
Can't wait for the Pirates to draft Jack Leiter or Kumar Rocker, and then they'll be terrible for 6 years, and then get traded to a team and become a Cy Young winner. It's going to be incredible.
Dirty Craig.
Craig, his stats this year are unreal. Career versus Kimbrel, Paul Goldschmidt, 0 for 7 with 4 Ks.
Yeah, it's probably why he's getting called in. Dude, you know what?
Looking good.
It's
Looking
also
great.
absolutely bananas that that Jansen and Kimbrel have both seemed to
Resurgent.
have like
Yeah,
just again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Carson, shut your mouth.
Also, I was going to bring this up earlier when we mentioned height. Carson, I'm pretty sure you and I are the 2 shortest members of DD.
There's no one there. We're the only short kings.
I don't
There's
think
gotta be
there's
some
anyone
other
around
short
our
kings
height.
out there. I mean,
There
they're
better
not
be.
me and Scott, that's for sure.
No.
They're
I'm
far
5'7"
from
on a good day. I'm like 5'6".
I'd say I'm like 6'4" on a good day, but like 5'8" on 5'8" on most days.
I'm still taller than you
Yeah.
on a good day.
Yeah, I know.
So,
No,
see-
we did the live Q&A over the off season, right? And I'm 6'3", right? And it took me like a month of us doing that to realize that I'm not even within 2 inches of either of the other guys that I'm on with on a weekly basis.
Nice.
Cop.
Peter?
Cop.
Oh,
Cop is 6.
I thought it was Cop.
Cop is 6'6".
Cop.
6'5".
There's
Cop.
no way
and I are
Cop
the
is
Cop
same
is
What?
6'5". Yeah.
There's no way
Cop
Cop
and I are
is
the
like
same
God.
height.
Yeah.
What do they put in the drinking water out by y'all? Like, what's in Lake Erie that you're sipping on every
What's
day?
in Lake
Where can I get some?
Lake Erie.
a little hard
Apparently.
for you, but
Yeah, Lake Erie. That's
I'm
about
drinking.
it.
I'm on that pure Michigan grind.
Like I think I picked
You're
both
Michigan,
of the only 2 people that were taller than me. Well, I didn't pick it, but I think it ended up being
Yeah.
that it was.
Yeah.
I didn't know you two were so tall either until like that time.
Yep.
I definitely thought Scott was maybe 6, and then I thought Rudy was also like 5'9".
5.
Scott's definitely got the vibe of weirdly taller than everyone else at the party, but like isn't obnoxious about it. Scott's definitely got that energy.
If
I mean that in a good way. Like people
I
like
don't talk about it, I guess, but like
no, yeah,
I
that's
don't
what I
need
mean. Like
because when I walk in a room, you look up. Like,
no, like Scott, you seem like you don't get hurt when people ask if you played basketball. Like, because the answer is no, but like you seem like oh, okay. Then
You're not offended when people ask you how the weather is up there.
oh, was that a
Yeah.
was that a
yeah,
hit and
no,
run?
I just laugh about it.
And that ends the
We're
night.
going to extras,
Extra
baby.
innings.
Give me my points that no one else
Here
took.
we come.
Thank you.
All right.
Scott's about to-
So we're gonna go for another break here before we come up with extra innings, and we will be back with you for the top of the 10th.
trying to get
Sunday
away with it.
baseball.
At least get away with it for us on Skype because I can't
That's
see
true.
him.
That's true. Okay. So
Okay.
top of the 10th inning, and Alex Reyes is on the mound,
This is the time.
and Wilson Contreras
Yeah, Andy. That's
is
right.
on second base.
Alex Reyes with the weirdest glove. I believe if this is the red one, if you look, he doesn't have a hole for his finger or like for the palm. It's just smooth.
Huh?
What's up? Why?
So right here in his glove, they show a close up. There's no hole where it's, like exposes his hand or like for a finger or two. It just doesn't exist, and it looks so weird.
They'd better show a close up.
And I know that's like a weird thing to complain about, but that's like one of my few boomer opinions. Is like that's a weird look. That's a weird looking glove. Please fix that.
Is it really a boomer opinion, also, or it just looks weird?
I think it's a boomer opinion for me to like care about what players use to like play the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like caring about like shoes or how they like dye the bat. You know.
True. Also, current worst rule in baseball: runner on second to start extras.
Yeah.
Yeah, yup.
Wilson,
wow.
Now's the time. Look
Avalanche.
at the glove. Look at the glove.
Whoa, guys! The Avalanche destroyed the Blues tonight.
Scott, remember what I said earlier that we got swept? I already mentioned it. We can move on.
Oh,
Yeah,
did
he
you?
did.
Yeah.
Can confirm.
I got it out of the way ahead of time.
That's fair. That's fair. I respect that. Hey, man, we're in the lotto, going for 1-1. I'd rather have a chance at 1-1 than just be swept in the first round. That's not true. That's not true.
I'll be honest. Also, man, as a Blues fan, my opinion of like how often we need to win a championship is unlike my experience as a Cardinals fan. Like the Blues could not win another Stanley Cup in my lifetime, and it's like we still had 2019.
Yeah, see, mine's the opposite. Like,
right,
I demand us to be way better than my expectations for the Red Wings are so ridiculous in comparison to the other three teams I root for. It's unbelievable.
The Red Wings
me too.
Like, I just root for competence with the other three. And, like, the Red Wings, I'm like, I demand you at least make the conference finals every year.
Matthew, you're a Cards fan. We knew you were a boomer. All right, now.
It's a decent take. That's a decent take.
Ridiculous.
All right, we got man on third, one out.
I'm just gonna start like gaslighting into like you just using what Matthew says when he's like future Nat. I'm just gonna start saying future Cardinals fan Matthew Penn. I'm just gonna slowly just strip away at his psyche until he.
Wasn't playing the long game here.
Notable can throw this ball anywhere and he'll swing at it. Javi Baez up. And the first pitch bounces on home plate and he takes a hack. Perfect timing.
Man, that's the most Javier Baez thing I've ever seen in my life.
That literally bounced on home plate.
No.
Rudy, why is Javier Baez so bad at swinging at pitches?
No, he's actually good at swinging at pitches. Let
me rephrase. Why is Javier Baez so bad?
There you go.
Yo, I put this in our banter section like a couple weeks ago.
Oh my gosh! Swing and a drive!
Oh, the slander of the automatic home run!
Get
out!
Just looks at
I can't believe it! I got by it!
Go!
On national TV!
By baseball! Oh man!
4-17, that's a routine flyout in Comerica, and this game is 2-0 Cubbies.
That is right. Hadn't even changed the inning yet.
1.3 off the bat. Ball go far. Goodbye baseball. See you never. Man, that's embarrassing.
Well, you know what? We traded absolute garbage for him, but Arenado because Diego. If the Cardinals tie it on an Arenado home run, current best rule in baseball, runner on second to start, baby. So a two-run home run is just as good as a solo home run in the first 9 innings. So I'm more than.
Oh, excuse me.
That's fair.
This is you know what this is one thing I do truly hate though. When Javier Baez does literally anything, I guarantee you MLB Twitter has already tweeted out El Mago, and it's like, yeah, he cooked a pitch down the middle to dead center. Like, what are you like? He's an all-star hitter, and it was a pitch that was he threw him a cookie.
Yes, but it's also the only thing that has happened so far in Sunday Night Baseball.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, usually it's Scott who slanders the player, and then they go yard. not this
Scott
time.
did slander him right before he went yard. Like,
I slandered him
yeah,
before he
you
went
all
yard.
did.
God, that's a terrible play.
Okay,
for Lee
I
Buffett.
said Notable can throw the pitch anywhere and he will swing at it. And then a pitch bounced on home plate and he swung and
Yeah,
missed.
yeah.
That's all I
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
And then I said, why is he so bad? And then he went yard.
Because he cares not.
Matthew, I understand that Yadier Molina gets the same treatment as Javier Baez. The difference is one is a Hall of Famer and one is overrated. Now, to be clear, to be clear, Yadier Molina also overrated, but he will still be a Hall of Famer nonetheless.
Look at that. Javi
Is
breaks
that-
the scoreless
is
tie of the
that
10 from
Your
MLB on
pitching
Twitter.
coach that is wearing, because I commented on this last week too. He's wearing like an orange, like, coat. Like, it's not Cardinals red or anything. That thing is orange.
Don't look at that. What I want you guys to look at is notice how every single time he comes out, he puts his hand on the opposing pitch or on the pitcher's shoulder and awkwardly massages it. He does it every single time, and like it's not even Alex Reyes' throwing shoulder, but he still comes out and like creepy uncle you don't talk to except at Thanksgiving, like grabs it and like and I'm like, ugh. I'd be like, don't touch me, dog. Like I don't know you like that.
No, I still want an answer about the coat though, like the jacket or whatever.
The jacket, yeah, I don't know about that one. Javi Baez waving. All right, congrats. Who cares?
The one thing I do like the
I'm being
MLB
salty.
logo
I'm being
on the back
salty
of the
right
neck. I think that's cool.
Yeah, my favorite part is that it's too high and it's not actually where the jersey is. That's probably my favorite part. So that when he wears the MLB, when he wears his jersey, you can actually see the tattoo directly above it.
Yeah.
I think that's the point.
I thought I thought the whole point of the tattoo was to get it because that's where the jersey goes.
No, I think the point of the tattoo is that you see it when he plays.
Yeah, yeah.
That's silly.
The point of a lot of tattoos for most players or people in general is like to see them.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Exhibit A, B, C, and D.
Noted tattoo haver.
Yeah.
Oh man. This is just like a classic. This is like a classic game where like Cardinals Twitter is gonna get on this about like just something completely random that does not matter, and that's gonna be the reason why we lost, and not the fact that we just couldn't get it. They're gonna make something up.
I want to point out, Ethan in the chat says, DD's Sunday Night Watch Party currently being viewed from the Grove City, Pennsylvania Taco Bell drive-thru TBH.
Ethan, if you spend less than $12.50 at Taco Bell for just you're a coward. I get like four. You got to get like 4 steak quesadillas, a Baja Blast, and then you got to get like a couple Doritos Locos Tacos. All right.
Yeah.
Shout out the Grove City, Pennsylvania Taco Bell.
Hey,
for real.
hey,
What's the-
Sponsored.
okay,
That we're
question.
sponsored by them.
What is
Yeah.
the best menu item on Taco Bell's menu?
steak
The
quesadilla.
quesarito.
Yeah, quesadilla.
Chalupa.
I think
it's the
the
chalupa.
spicy soft taco. The potato spicy soft
Oh,
taco.
aren't they getting rid of? Aren't they not doing potato items because
They brought them back. They took them away for like 2 months. Everyone complained. They brought them
Okay.
back.
Good.
Chicken chalupa, by the way.
Okay.
If you have not tried a spicy potato soft taco from Taco Bell, you should. Ethan, order one right now and try it and tell me how you
Ethan,
like it.
yeah. Guess who? Let's just
They're
get
only
Ethan
like
on real
$1.
quick.
I used to be a.
We'll get Ethan on right now for an IRL
I
stream.
absolutely used to be a Doritos Locos Taco guy, but
Mm-hmm.
I did
You know.
too.
the love is still there. But you know, it's not as intense.
That was the first, like, I like the Popeyes chicken sandwich stuff. That was like the first fast food item that like the internet really was like, this is a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
true. Also, we talk about chicken sandwiches a lot in banter
Shout out chicken sandwiches.
because, of course,
Hey, you
We
know
do
what?
like
The McDonald's chicken sandwich tastes not too bad.
Okay.
They're like a year
I'm a
late.
big
but
fan
it's
of
not
the
bad.
KFC chicken sandwich.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm still a Popeyes spicy through and through.
Yeah, the
See,
Popeyes
yeah.
does indeed go. The Cardinals.
Popeye's is really good.
The Cardinals bullpen showing off their ridiculously high walk rate that they showed as the inning started, huh?
Yeah, like 21%, and it's only getting higher.
Man. It is indeed 50% right now.
in this inning.
I'm so
Yeah.
I can't wait for us to sign. Go ahead and spin the wheel of
man.
insert reliever who's at least 34 years old and terrible.
Are you gonna trade for Greg Holland?
But he could. Wade Davis?
Either one.
Yeah, that's. Let me think. Who's on like a bad team? Can't
Greg
wait for
Holland?
us. Can't wait for us to acquire Adam Ottavino. There we go. There's a name. Yachty, please don't prolong this, okay? Don't make this hard.
I'm going to do a double play right here.
Yeah. Hey, so you're going to throw a pitch that gets him to hit a ground ball, right? Yeah, that's what I was going to do. Okay, cool, because that would be the fastest.
Matt Duffy on deck? Matt Duffy sighting?
Matt Duffy sighting.
Matt Duffy?
Matt Duffy on deck?
I'm officially obligated to be enthused about Matt Duffy.
Heck yeah, you are. Rudy is on the Matt Duffy hype train.
This is a great tweet. This is a great tweet from MLB Random Stats. Multiple extra inning home runs in the Cubs versus Cardinals rivalry. You got Javier Baez, Kurt Flood, Ernie Banks, Lou Brock, Albert Pujols, and leading all of them is Ray Langford with 3.
No.
Wow.
Shout out JF, founder.
Hashtag Seager to Detroit. Which one?
Kyle.
Corey.
Dude, so I'm doing a Mariners save in OOTP right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Kyle Seager is always good for 1 year, and then he's just trash.
Nice.
And you can't trade him because then the city gets mad. But in this trade, in this save, I've acquired Casey, Mize, Manning, and Scooble for like Cabrian Hayes, Vidal Brujan, and Zako Rizzi.
Vidal Brujan is a good OOTP acquisition, I must say.
Yeah.
He is. I Rule 5'd him.
Yeah.
Dude, you know who else is a
typically
crazy
rule 5
OOTP acquisition always? Is Keibert Ruiz. You can get him for like
That's
nothing.
true, yeah.
I've Rule 5 tailored Trammell like 2 or 3 times, and it doesn't happen often. But right now he's my 4th outfielder because I have Lewis, Haniger, and Kelnick, and Rodriguez is coming up next year. So
I was about to say,
Our bilingual.
wow, you really fleeced the Mariners again, huh? And then I forgot you are the Mariners.
I am the Mariners.
Yeah.
I fleeced Detroit this time.
No,
got
our bilingual
Chill.
king, Julio Rodriguez.
Facts only.
Cardinals literally record an out challenge at this point.
Please.
This is just, for the love of Christ.
Yeah.
For the love of Christ.
It's going to start name dropping.
We
He's
are
gonna
on extreme DeGrom watch, by the way. The DeGrom
True.
watch is very
Yeah,
For
strong.
sure.
That's
Wait,
terrible.
but he won't get the loss,
No.
though.
But it's
No,
simply,
he won't.
simply
Yeah,
not
so it's
winning.
not a DeGrom. It's not a DeGrom because it's a no
Oh,
decision.
I thought it was simply
Yes,
not
he
winning
didn't
the
get DeGrom.
game.
No, you have to
okay.
get the loss, too,
Because
because
he
that's what
gets
makes
the
it true.
losses.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
he gets,
Yeah.
like, that's the thing.
Then he said, I heard YM is a great OOTP acquisition.
Who's gonna take the bait?
Well,
You're
no,
mean.
yeah.
You're mean, Mercedes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yohan Moncada.
Yeah.
That was the first message I ever put in our banter
I know,
section that
I
ever
remember that.
banged. Because I'll be
What?
honest, the first time I saw YM, it was like YM has the same initials as YM, and it was from someone who's a White Sox fan. So I was like, "Oh, Yohan Moncada and you mean Mercedes?" Like I actually had that thought, and then I reread it and I was like, "That's not." I'm so glad I didn't say that. If I had
It's a
said
year
that,
around here.
You would
Yeah,
have been
hell ball.
Yeah, it would have been bad.
the meme
We
with
would have
James
talked about
Franco,
that at
like
least 3 times.
the meme of James Franco, where it's like first time.
Yeah.
You would have been clowned so hard for that.
Yeah. Oh, good. I mean, I saw it's about 20 seconds ago, but I just want to make this point of exasperation. I'm so glad we're warming up Ryan Helsey. That's so cool.
Oh, he finally records an out.
Jordan Hicks comeback challenge.
All right. 2 outs, 2 men on.
Nico,
He's at 26
Nico, what are you
pitches.
swinging at, dude?
Yeah, that was not a
Not
very.
baseball.
You know what? It's good to know that regardless, we still have a multiple game lead in the division. So
Are you sure about that?
Cool, bro.
yeah, I am.
John Cena.
Cool story, bro.
Are you sure about that?
Cardinals
Oh,
currently have a 3-game lead
Not a
left.
strike.
okay.
Did he just not call that a strike? With the stuff that he's been calling strikes tonight, he doesn't call that first pitch a strike?
That's ludicrous.
That's terrible.
That's interesting.
The ump.
I can't wait.
I mean, that was a great call.
I am about 70% sure Yachty just got crossed up. Somebody tell me if they disagree.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
looks
yeah.
like it.
The ump scorecard that's going to come out for this game tomorrow is going to be heat.
Going to be
Matthew,
wild.
Matthew, I think the umpire is your mother.
Oh! He got it.
Bah,
He
bah, bah,
gets
bah.
it.
Oh.
Oh, he literally put "oh wait, oh no" right after. Come on, man, you gotta know.
Can't ask questions that have the word "who" in them. Yeah, it's just over.
Like they don't even necessarily
These umpires have been
have
heard
to have
something.
the word
Benny,
heat.
stop talking about Matt's mom like that. That's really come on.
that's not. Man.
These Craig Kimbrell's second career MLB plate appearance, by the way.
Why would they not? Oh, 3-batter
Yeah, I know.
minimum. Does he have to bat because it's
No,
3-batter
If he
minimum?
finishes the inning,
No,
he's out.
just because
No,
They
close
had
the
Duffy.
game.
They had
Oh,
Duffy
oh,
up, and
And they-
I'm assuming if Horner got a hit and we're 1 out, then they would send Duffy up and try to keep it going and score more runs. And then the hope is that they wouldn't need Kimbrell because they're up by enough. But now,
What's great is if Tony La Russa was managing this team and it goes to the 11th, he'd put Craig Kimbrell out at second base.
Mhm.
Yeah.
True.
But yes, so I'm assuming the hope now is best case scenario, Kimbrell walks here, which would be
He might.
He's about 2 inches away.
yeah.
Oh,
Ooh,
Lord.
That was the close
Wow.
call.
Kimbrell's got a decent swing on him,
Yeah.
though. I'll give him
The
that. Like
swing
he doesn't
doesn't
look.
look that bad.
He doesn't look like.
For 2 MLB plate
He doesn't. He
appearances.
doesn't.
Okay, so here we go. Bottom 10th, and the Cubs are now up 2.
Unbelievable. Absolutely
And,
unbelievable. As he strikes out
there
there.
was not a batted ball event for the last 4 plate appearances of that inning.
No,
Wow,
no,
yeah,
no,
that, My God. Yeah, that's great.
Craig Kimbrell.
Craig
What?
Kimbrell.
Craig Kimbrell, second
Craig-
career plate
Craig
appearance.
Kimbrell, I am
You know
on.
what? This is for 100 points. I'm gonna guess walk off right here.
New poll just dropped?
I encourage anyone without a dog in this fight to do the same. Because
got
that would
you.
be,
I
that'd
got
be way
walk
more
off.
fun.
Oh, you want to
I'm
give up
going
points?
walk-off.
Okay. That's fine.
I'm in 6th. I'm not getting. I need the points.
I'm in
it's 100.
second. Oh no, but Ethan Fisher picked the same thing as me. I'm sick.
Should have picked 0.
It's all right. I'm holding down a
Is the
solid
1
ninth
point
place
going to
right,
be the difference
so.
maker?
No, he's like
Well, no,
30.
because we picked the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
It almost was. Low-key.
Oh, we actually have parity now. It's not just like everyone in third
Well, actually, I
place.
think there's still stuff from the very beginning of the broadcast that has, like, who wins the game.
Yeah.
That might actually be it.
Does it end after the 10th inning?
Oh, I guess the. Oh well, we haven't
What's still
done
pending?
the umpire yes or no one hasn't been. I don't know what the deal is with that. Grand Slam hasn't been done. Oh, Ethan picked yes to a Grand Slam, and I picked no, so that'll be huge for me.
Oh, okay. No, just swinging a drive.
No, it's Grand Slam. It says,
Where
will a
is it?
Grand Slam / boom saw / thing in a drive be hit tonight?
Wait, Peyton, we need clarification on that one. I'm pretty
No,
sure
it's-
that's just.
Yeah,
that's-
it's
I think.
we had this. It's worded ridiculously.
Wait,
but
the
it's
title of
just
the question's
saying
also
I
it's a
want,
big
Slam.
I want my answer choice back because I thought it was just a home run.
Yeah, I did
No.
the first time it was like that too. I did. The
Looking
same.
at the
I'm so
sorry, I was
sick.
looking at the standings real quick.
I'm so
real
sick.
quick.
Oh my gosh, I've been misled, bamboozled, everything, all of it.
Let
Yes,
us
he-
Hey, fucko, welcome to the Amazon.
I guess the question is called Grand Slam time, but
It is. So learn to read. I
Looking
can't.
at the
no,
looking at
I'm
the,
not gonna
ML
root for a
looking at-
walk-off Grand Slam. Anyway, sorry, Carson. I've cut you off like 3
No,
times.
you're all right. I was looking at the run differentials right now. Pittsburgh Pirates at -78.
Yeah.
Nice.
That is absurd.
Well, the Tigers were on a much worse pace like a week ago.
Yeah, they're
the
only at minus-
Tigers.
They're at
we were at
minus
a
58.
yeah no. So 10 games ago we were at it was like historic. We were at minus 66, and it was 66 through like less than 40 or 30 games into the season. We were at minus 66, and the next closest in all of baseball, second worst, was like 40 runs worse than us. But then we've actually won 9 of our last 11. Well, 9 of our last 12 now.
Should have won today, Ammo.
And I mean, even that's only 1 run off the old differential there. So
the old differential.
Also, real quick, shout out to the Mets who are currently 2-10 versus teams with a winning record.
Wow.
That is not great.
No.
Wow. Yeah, and then the rest of their division is just dog water so far.
Also,
Yeah, literally.
Huge shout out to Baltimore because they have played 30 of their first 46 games against teams over 500.
So,
wow.
Well,
that's
yeah,
crazy.
Those teams are all over 500 because they played Baltimore so much.
Yeah. The rest of the division's over 500, I believe.
Ethan
well,
just posted.
Tampa's on a 10-game win streak.
I'm pretty sure Contreras just got crossed up there.
Let's see it.
Again?
Let's see it.
Well, no, this is different.
Yep.
This is different.
Yeah. What the heck?
Very crossed.
What the heck? Oh man. One
He's looking
run
in good
truthers
shape.
are looking pretty good.
He's very lucky that
He is
Goldschmidt
not
didn't advance
in
the
good
first
shape.
one.
Ethan says the Pirates have a run differential of negative 28.
Ooh, he's down.
In series, the Pirates have a run differential of negative 28 in series where they don't get swept.
How that hit him like right on the bone.
Contreras is down. He's hurt.
Oh
He's
yeah,
hurt.
he did not even. He didn't have it coming up for that. Ugh.
Yeah, that does not feel good at all.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
it was on the arm.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah,
on the wrist.
Yeah,
hit
him
him
in
right
the
on
arm.
the bone, like right
I thought
here,
it.
bro.
Okay. Yeah. Sheesh. I thought it was off his knee. At first.
That is not looking great.
Oh.
Dude, that's bad. Oh,
He was going for a slider and then just got 99 to the
Yeah.
bone of his arm.
Yeah. What was up with
also,
that?
Paul Goldschmidt, definitely keep running, buddy. The catcher missed the ball and then jumped up and down 3
Yeah,
times.
Ethan, I absolutely misread your stat. That's what I thought it said, and I was going to ask you to correct me if it was wrong.
What do you say?
I was reading that the Pirates had a wait, so I thought he said verbatim, the Pirates just had a run differential of negative 28 in series where they didn't get swept. I'm confused now.
In a series where they didn't get swept.
Yeah. I
Like
missed the word.
the one
I
that
missed the
just
word
happened.
A. Yeah. Okay. I did indeed misread.
You misread
the
it
stat.
twice.
Yep, I misread it twice. And Matthew
Was he
said,
staying in the game? Jeez.
"Oh my goodness."
He might.
And Matthew said the Fred Nats are at a negative 123 run differential through 18 games.
Wow. I saw great. Oh no, didn't they make their TikTok account put out something like that when it was like when you start out 1-14, so the rest of the minor leagues look good.
Oh yeah, the cannonballers.
Yeah.
Okay, he is
Oh, that's really
staying
funny.
in the game.
I also saw that
He
TikTok.
took one warm-up pitch and then said, let's go.
Call him soft one more time, I dare you.
He's soft.
He is. There you go. I had to do
You
it.
literally asked him
I
to.
did.
You just hear
Literally.
then
I
you just see me look up because the door opens. It's just Rudy coming in. He just starts beating me up.
I know.
Literally.
Put the FTC over your face again.
Oh,
given
true, yeah.
given that I know what town Carson is from, I can guarantee that he lives no more than 40-minute drive from me. So
That is 100% true. Let's duke it out in a Portillo's parking lot. 10:30.
Route 59, Route
Stream
59.
it. Stream it on Twitch.
Stream it. I'll-
on 59.
Uh-oh.
That one's kind of a hike from you, I think.
All right. That'll bring in
I'm running
One.
Truth
Oh,
Loser.
one run. That'll do it.
so
Oh man, the fly.
One
Oh.
out. Nobody
So
on.
obviously I don't like the run scoring, but that fly ball to center field just reminded me of when Leonis Martin ended the Cardinals season in 2017. Oh. Anyway,
That was unnecessarily aggressive,
it
Rudy.
was.
Hey, Rudy, remember when the Cubs didn't make the playoffs in like 18 of the 22 years I've been alive? Yeah.
No,
right.
I don't remember most of those actually.
Oh, okay. I can help you here. Hold on. Let me. I can pull up like the year by year record if you want me to. Let me just see
It's
here.
definitely no, because they made it in 03.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what happened in 03 again? Wasn't there? There was like a really impressive catch made in left field. Wasn't there? Who made that? What baseball player was that?
Your mother.
Steve.
Reverse.
You know what? My mom would do that though. My mom would reach over and rob the Cubs like that. She absolutely would.
Look how aggressive that Yamamoto was, though.
Yeah, that was nice. That was.
I saw my window of opportunity. I had to jump on it.
Nagged it.
Like, I didn't see you, but I have a feeling you got like this close to your mic.
I was very close. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Rudy, I do want to apologize. Actually, I said only 4 winning seasons. That would mean they've had 18 years of losing records when I've been alive. I was wrong. It's 10. So that's my fault.
Yeah.
That's my bad. So I think I'm at 1, but you know.
The 08 Cubs.
I think we actually looked that up, and because when Will was on stream, I'm pretty sure we looked it up, and he has. I know he's younger than you, but I know for him, he has literally had one sub 500 season his entire life as a Cardinals fan. Like, yeah, birth to now.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a kind of, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I want to make sure here. How many 300 win seasons since I've been alive.
300 wins in a season? That's impressive.
Yeah, thank you. There have been 2 losing seasons since I've been alive, but that also includes like the year I was born.
That's exactly the pitch David Ross got ejected for.
Yes, it is.
True.
Yes, it is.
Yikes.
Pinch runner in.
Like, that's not a strike, but...
Who is that?
It's not Yadier Molina. That's all that matters.
That's true.
Look at
Unless
like
Yadier
a
Molina's
standing ovation for drawing a walk. Like, what are we doing?
That's
Again,
so
okay,
dumb.
Scott, remember earlier how I said that, like, we got to remember that they're in Indiana and there's not a lot of things. It's the same principle. It's just a couple states over. It's Missouri. So you got to remember that.
Boring,
like the Chiefs,
St. Louis.
the Chiefs aren't playing. Yeah.
Harrison Batter.
Oh
my God.
Game-ending double play incoming?
Oakland Coliseum getting lambasted in the polls a second week ago. Yeah, because it's a gross stadium.
Yeah.
Right. Correct.
Oakland deserves better. How many NLCSs were you swept in during your lifetime at Carson? 2, I think, actually. So
2.
Gotcha.
I got him. It's funny you say that though, Matthew, because we've been to 6 or 7 in my lifetime. So, there's just so many. I don't know how many.
I think he's bragging.
Like we're like we make it so often that it's like, we were still one of the 4 best teams in baseball that year. Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh wait,
sorry.
You know what's wild? I have been alive for 2 of the worst seasons in the history of baseball, and they were both for my team.
That's impressive.
You know what's even more impressive though is that in your lifetime, the Tigers have also made 2 World Series.
And lost them both, right?
Well, I don't want to bring that part up, but yeah.
So wait, Carson, am I hearing that every single St. Louis Cardinals fan ever is a Fairweather fan because it's literally impossible to be otherwise?
I'd argue no, because the weather's always fair. So, no. Because they don't know anything else.
Exactly. So it's impossible to not be a Fairweather Cardinals fan.
No, that implies that you became a fan because the weather became fair. It's always been, you know what I'm saying? It's like saying you only moved to Florida for the sunshine. It's like, well, if I was born in Florida, like we have bigger problems if I was born in Florida, but.
It's true.
I like that take, though. I like that take. So does that just make you a masochist then, because you're a Cubs fan?
Yes. No, the masochism is expressed through my Royals fandom.
Yeah, true.
I hate it here. I can't even
Rosie.
talk to anyone. about anything.
So one of our writers,
I'm the
Casada,
only
or whatever,
person who hasn't won a ring, by the way. Rudy has 2 teams. They both won. Diego has won like 90, and one of them was against me. And then we have Mr. My team is amazing every year. I have watched my team lose 119 and 114.
Yeah.
Both in my
Yeah.
lifetime. 119 losses and 114 losses in 2 separate seasons.
At least
that were also not like back to back, like next to each other.
At least in 03 you had a good manager. Manager of the year.
We
candidate.
did in fact have an AL Manager of the Year vote getter in 2003.
I'm waiting for the year in which one of those awards actually just gets awarded to someone that like truly does a terrible job. Like I'm praying to God that Tony
didn't Don Mattingly win it last year?
Yeah, didn't Don Mattingly win it last year?
Yeah, but they actually made the playoffs and won a series.
Okay, and he
so,
also
like,
endangered his roster.
Batter.
He also endangered his roster.
I just,
like
Harrison battered bad at baseball.
Harrison battered.
Oh man.
Also, just talk about Kasabe, or I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Yeah, Britt.
Mm-hmm.
His parks on MLB The Show are just incredible.
Yeah, factual.
He does
real
good.
Someone mocked up wasn't it our Twitter account that tweeted out our logo is?
Yeah, he mocked it up.
Yeah, nice. It looks good. Hey, free plug. I am wearing I'm a company man. Got the Diamond Digest T-shirt on.
Look at this.
He's been a part of the website for like 2 weeks as a shirt.
Well, they were like, "Do you want to?" My mom was like, "Do you want me to like get you anything as like a celebration for the job?" And I was like, "They got like a Teespring. They got like a merch store." I'm like, "You get me, cop me a shirt, you know."
Yeah. My DD merch has currently been repossessed by my girlfriend, so.
We're talking about.
She's repping the brand. She's repping the brand.
She is repping the brand.
He's got no room to talk about his team winning, so now he's like, I have a girlfriend, by the way, just in case. Just like it doesn't matter,
Oh man, I'm sick.
6th grade, I have a girlfriend, so
we're down to the final strike, by the way.
Some of us are fans of winning teams and have beautiful girlfriends, so yeah.
Well, yeah, the Cubs have a winning record, and they're about to make it even more winning record, and I have a beautiful girlfriend, so.
Bro, we are a strike away.
Yeah, we're a strike away.
Everybody take a lap. We're a strike. It'd be really fun if the Cardinals walked it off at this point after that comment, but
yeah. Hey, your girlfriend's gonna break up with you too. Like Justin Williams homers, and then he gets the text of Williams homered. We need to talk.
Back-to-back texts.
Yeah, if the Cardinals' 6th outfielder can take all-star.
Someone explain to me what this person behind home plate with the maroon shirt is just pointing as.
Yes, what is he doing?
What is this?
It's intimidation.
It's weird, and it needs to stop.
Benny, I apologize, but if it makes you feel any better, after COVID, everyone's standards will be a little lower. So maybe.
Yeah.
Jeez.
There you go.
I've made a lot of jokes towards people I'm meeting for the first time, so I apologize. I promise this is my way of showing that I like everyone here. I want to make that abundantly clear.
Attacking everybody.
Hey, look, I already took the cans off so everyone could see, the big ears. I'm also at the end of the day, I'm also 5'8", so everyone can hold that against me. So,
bro, I'm 5'6". I mean,
that's true.
I can't.
Let me think. Diego, off rip, I can't grow facial hair, so there you go.
Me too. Me too.
This is quickly turning into actually a decent at bat here.
That's right. Yeah.
When it started
Williams is a decent bench guy to put in,
Yeah, Peyton says now you don't call
You're now at 7th pitch of the at bat. He's actually kind of making them work.
A lot of curveballs.
Yeah, the zone consistency. The ump scorecards do zone accuracy, zone consistency.
It's gonna be
wild.
That one's
75%.
And that
is like 80.
Is the ball game.
Very swing and strike. There it is. Ball game over. Cubbies take it 2-1.
He did get a swing and a drive too.
He did get a swing and a drive.
Unfortunately, not the
Roll with
deep
the
left
save.
field.
Not the deep left
Unfortunately, it
field.
was too
dead
dead
center. Yeah.
I just love the fact that that's a fly out in Comerica.
Yeah.
It makes me so happy.
And my answer was correct. Does this game end after the 10th inning? It's a shallow 45 points
Oh.
I picked up with that one. I don't feel too good
I
about
forgot
that.
to count the Cardinals' run on the scoreboard. My apologies. My
Wow.
apologies.
Boo, Rudy.
My fault. Absolutely my fault.
Good scoreboard.
Wait, will the field umpire call be blown tonight? Yeah.
There were
Our
like
answer
3.
was
The
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. I thought I got
strike
points
zone
for
was
saying.
horrid. The strike zone was
Yeah.
horrid.
I thought I got points for saying it was. The answer was no. I was like, that's
Wow, I
definitely
picked
not right.
the right winner too. It's tough being, this good.
All right,
Yeah.
so I believe everything's up to date. So we can do this leaderboard update.
Ooh.
So starting at the top, we have the man, the myth, the legend, Scott Bentley.
And is it even
first.
close, by the way?
It's
Not
not
even
even close.
Not even close.
Detroit sports legend.
Scott Bentley
Scott
versus
Bentley.
everybody.
Scott Bentley
right.
versus
That's right.
everybody. Second, we have Ethan Fisher. Third
It's
place
blank.
is weirdly
There's
something.
nobody there.
No
Third
one there.
place is vacant. Yeah.
Fourth place, we got Joey. Fifth, we got Nate. Sixth, we've got Rudy. Seventh, we've got James. I, myself, am in eighth. Ninth, we have David. 10th, we've got Peyton. 11th, we have Carson. Nick's in 12th.
Hey,
Benny's got nothing.
hey, you know what? I finished with exactly how many rings the Cardinals have. So
195?
no, 11. 11.
11th
All right,
place.
get
Got
out
it.
100. Dude, that's weird. Did they just
That's weird.
play
It's-
in their own league for like 180
Yeah.
years before?
It's
18?
wild.
Actually, when
180 years and somehow lose 5.
when we hacked the Astros database, we actually retroactively issued us World Series championships in the 1700s.
Oh.
So
There you go.
Yeah.
Little known fact about American history was that the St. Louis Cardinals were playing baseball in St. Louis for about 150 years before before organized
Before St.
baseball
Louis was
reached
St.
everyone
Louis.
else.
yeah, that was back in the day when we were using fur pelts instead of baseball bats. It's a really interesting, yeah.
Oh.
Anyway,
That's to answer Matthew's question earlier about if I majored in linguistics. I'm a history major. If that gives you any
Matthew-
hint right there that I know the trade history of St. Louis.
Matthew says Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Which farm remember?
Ethan's like, I was in first the whole time. To the end.
I root for 4 last place teams. I'm gonna.
No, you don't.
I'm really happy about
The
this.
Detroit Tigers are a
Or a
fourth place team. Sir.
yeah.
That's true. That's true.
It's fair.
Anyway, so
But
that's
yeah.
going to do it here for us.
Indeed, it will.
2-1 Cubbies, final score.
That's a serious
Final.
win for the Cubs.
That is a
Final
serious
for
win.
those-
/ 10.
That's right.
Yeah,
Final
final
There's not
slash
enough.
10.
Oh, let me get rid of the latest batted ball events, and then I can do the final /10. Hold on here.
/
He's like, Rudy said, hold up.
Rudy, I didn't notice till now. You got a nice mic setup, man. Mine's a little off camera,
thank
but I
you.
like what you're rocking with.
Thank you.
I like keeping mine in the corner.
Yeah, me too. The only thing I'm missing is I don't have a nice pop filter, so I can.
Oh, yeah?
Hopefully, you guys didn't hear.
Just all
Yeah.
the way up here.
Well,
Up
yours,
here.
you guys have them nice that they can move around. Mine's, sitting on my desk. So
Yeah,
that's
mine's
fair.
got a little tripod,
Yeah.
but
Mine's got a little hook to the edge of my desk.
Ooh.
Anyway, I'm trying to end
Yeah.
this streak. So, yeah. Final 10, 2-1 Cubbies. Thanks, everybody, for coming by, watching with us this Sunday Night Baseball. Some combination of people who work for Diamond Digest will be back around next weekend.
watch out
So
for
we will
the
hopefully...
watch out for the potential Saturday night watch party next weekend.
Yes.
Because we have yet
Might be
another
Saturday.
NL East matchup on Sunday.
We're tired of watching.
and we're not about that. So yeah.
NL
potential
East
Saturday.
primetime games are very fun and not oversaturated.
An entire division below
Perfect.
500, by the way. Anyway, that'll do it for us.
Anyway.
Thank
Good
you all
God.
for watching along. Have a great night.
Peace and love.
We will see you
Peace
again
out,
next
guys.
time.
Baseball.
See you soon.